Is with Marks, the voice you trust. John Marks. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All Philadelphia, all day. Sean Brace eating the hoagie right now. He's so Philadelphia. It is not unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo as I look in the Rays studio. It's Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic. I am John Marks, your host. He is Ray Dunn, the producer. And he is Sean Brace, the co-host. Good morning, gentlemen.
Let's go.
What is going on? 97.5 FM. Ray, why would you tell people to listen on the Fanatic app or tell Alexa to say, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic? Why would you personally pitch them on that?
Because you can take us anywhere. You don't just have to be in your car.
Good answer.
Welcome
Good
to 2026.
Crystal clear, on-demand content, video content.
If this was Family Feud, I think that's the number one answer on the board.
It is. It is.
Survey says.
And on YouTube, well, I mean, listen, you listen on YouTube, watch on YouTube because you're a diehard fan of the show and you want to be in on all the inside stuff that happens on the YouTube chat. You can also watch us on YouTube if it's not live, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., whenever you want, on demand. So just make sure you subscribe to 97.5 The Fanatic on YouTube. Sean Brace, it's the Friday before free agency, NFL free agency. The legal tampering period begins on Tuesday, but damn it, they've been illegally tampering for many, many weeks now. And it seems like are we at a decision time for AJ Brown? We have do we have the latest rap sheet? This came out minutes ago.
Ooh.
Ian Rappaport, NFL Network. He's the expert. Last night he puts out a video and says it's the Patriots or the Eagles, and it's going to happen soon. You should know soon. Rap sheet on Good Morning Football not long ago as I'm seeing if Ray's bringing it in. We don't have it?
Uh-oh.
I asked Zach to grab it ASAP about 10 minutes ago. That means we should have it right now. Ian Rappaport more or less said blah, 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 but it's the Patriots and it's the Eagles. And there's other teams that are still asking, but it seems like the Patriots are the most interested. Sean Brace, we don't have the Bills involved now because they overpaid for a wide receiver. Your thoughts on everything?
Well, I would say, look, the Patriots made the most sense. And the reason why I put that out there, just put the contracts to the side and the draft picks just for a second. I joked with you yesterday. I just want AJ to be happy. I think that's pretty much the sentiment down there with Howie. Now, Howie isn't going to get too carried away with this. I get it. It's business. But AJ could be viewed by some, including Ray Dunn, that is the greatest receiver in franchise history. It seems like he has handled everything the right way. We didn't even know he requested a trade, if that is facts. All throughout the course of last year, he was unhappy, no doubt. But it feels like everybody wants to do what's right here. And if AJ wants to move on, he wants to go play for his guy, Vrabel. The connection is there. Vrabel waxed poetic about him at the Combine, talking about the father, the husband. Like, he went in on that side of things. So that kind of made me think a little bit differently about it. Again, I have no ill will towards AJ. If he wants out, like, he did everything he possibly could for the...
Nobody ever wants to insult or criticize AJ.
You know why? Because they won a Super Bowl.
I agree.
That's it. Like, they had success.
Well, I say it all the time. The guys up in Boston are like, no, like, he's a major problem. And then I'm like, find me the example where anybody says that he's been a problem. Jeffrey freaking Lurie, the owner, hugged him after he kept putting things out on social media. He hugged him and said, don't apologize.
So, like, I think, in the grand scheme of things, he did everything he possibly could. He's just said, you know what? I want fresh. I want something new. Good. Go.
It's because he's obviously a good dude, and people kind of understand him.
Seems like it.
Yeah, and I agree. Here's what's going to happen, all right? Here's my prediction, Ray Dunn. I don't know if it's going to happen soon. I wouldn't surprise me if it didn't happen all that soon. The reality is how much do the Patriots want the player? If the Patriots viewed A.J. Brown as the guy that they want heading into this offseason, he's going to be a New England Patriot. Because ultimately, what's more important? Giving up a first-round draft pick or giving up a second-round draft pick and a fifth-round draft pick? You want the player.
Yeah.
I'll give you one example. Carson Wentz, when he wanted to be traded by the Eagles, everybody will always say, well, you need multiple teams involved because that's how you bid up the price on a player. But Carson Wentz made it clear he didn't want to go to the Bears and he didn't want to go to some other places that were sniffing around. He only wanted to go to one place, the Indianapolis Colts and Frank Reich. And the problem with that is, okay, well, why would the Colts negotiate against themselves? Because if you really want the player, you want the player. So the Colts couldn't say, we'll give you a third-round draft pick because Howie said, I won't trade him unless you give me what I want. And I'm sure he came down a little bit. So with A.J. Brown, I'm sure right now the Patriots are saying, we're not giving you a first-round draft pick. When it's all said and done, the Patriots are going to give the Eagles a first-round draft pick because Howie ain't trading them for less.
I agree with that, and they should. You know, I was watching Felger and Mass up there, right? The big dogs up there in Boston. They're from the sister station, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Sports
well, yeah.
Yep, they're the Sports Hub.
I didn't want to mention the other one. They got two up there, right?
The other one, EEI is the other one. But yeah, no, they're the most successful afternoon drive show in the country.
And they wanted no part of dealing the first-round pick for A.J. Brown.
That's the ad. Remember I talked about it yesterday?
That's crazy talk to me. If you can get a guy like
It's
that.
weird.
You also have Bill Simmons on the Ringer talking about Alec Pierce from the Colts, how he would prefer him over A.J. Brown. What are we talking about?
Overpay a guy that had 48 catches last year for $30 million?
Pierce is not even close to the level of what we saw with A.J. Brown. And I don't think he's going to have a drastic drop-off. He might be a tad slower than he was 2-3 years ago, but he's still a hell of a force.
Yeah. Yeah, the Eagles, if the Patriots really want A.J. Brown, he's going to be an Eagle. And, I mean, I'm sorry, Elliott Wolf, who is their general manager, and he's been in the game a long time. His dad was Ron Wolf, the longtime executive with the Packers, but he hasn't been a GM negotiating contracts that long. You're going up against a shark. You're going up against a guy that, when was the last time there was a contract? Now, you have misses, but when was the last time you looked at what Howie Roseman did with anything financial or things like that, trades, where you're like, man, that's a bad job by Howie. Look what Daryl Morey just did with McLean, for God's sakes. It's embarrassing how much of a miss that was.
McCain.
Howie doesn't do that, brother.
He's got Eagles on the brain. He said McLean. No, McCain.
Did I say McLean? Jeff McLean?
It's all right.
Jared
We understood.
McCain.
No, you're right. Howie does not do that. And, again, I'm going to reference this because we are all doing our due diligence. We're checking out what's happening in Boston, everything that's being said on the timeline. John's been all over it for the last 24 to 48 hours, blowing up our text messages. It's been awesome to keep up with everything that's happening because now this is the time of year that it's up to something season. This is the time of year that you're starting to see there's a little smoke here, there's a little fire here. We'll see what happens. But one of the other things I caught from the Boston sports radio was the two guys were going back and forth. And they were talking about how Howie Roseman is the best general manager.
Oh.
They were
Well, he is.
They were loving him.
Sean, he's a Hall of Famer,
Yes, he is.
right? He's a Hall of Fame GM.
I used to work with this guy, Mark Henry, who said to me, John, that he could go down as the most important figure in Philadelphia sports since 1980. And I threw that out there.
Well, probably past that. Well, I mean, what are we going back to? The Broad Street Bullies? This is the Eagles. I'm not trying to take away from the Broad Street Bullies. We go to Wilton, 1967. This is the most successful run in a 10-year period that any team's ever had.
And is
2 Super Bowls?
Howie's the most important figure in Philadelphia sports history.
That
He's
sounds
not even
like-
a player.
That sounds like
That's a June
bank it.
topic. Yeah,
Bank the show sheet.
Bank it, Ray. Bank it. The Eagles will get what they want. If it's not a first, it's going to be something equivalent to it. The problem with the second-round pick is it's at the end of the second round, too, and that's not going to be good enough. You're negotiating against Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman will not trade him before he trades him. DJ Moore getting a second-round draft pick, and F the fifth-round draft pick that they got back in return. A second-round draft pick. You think Howie's going to give A.J. away for something? No. Nope. He got a first-round draft pick out of Carson Wentz, for God's sakes.
Contract is interesting. Right? Like, it is a little bit of an ask to say, hey, we're going to move this contract. And, oh, by the way, we're going to get your first-round pick. But the player is significant.
But the contract isn't.
They'll move it.
But the Patriots don't reap any negative benefits of the contract other than the salary that he would make. And, but it's not a big cap hit. Right? The Eagles are the one taking the big cap hit. Bottom line is that the Patriots won A.J. Brown. They released Diggs. They don't have a real wide receiver on the roster.
They did that for a reason.
And maybe they want to go out and get Mike Evans. Maybe they don't. But I think they're eyeing A.J. Brown. And if they're eyeing A.J. Brown and Mike Vrabel wants A.J. Brown will be a Patriot. And that's where I think it's going.
Yeah, how is A.J. Brown not going to be a Patriot when his representation is telling them that he wants to be a Patriot? It's no secret. We all know this.
So you won't give up a first, but you'll give up a fourth
come on.
and a second. Like, shut up and get the player. Ray, your thoughts on all this? And we'll actually go to the phones and more. What do you got?
My thoughts on this? Still, honestly, I've moved towards the 70% he's get traded. That's probably where I'm at today. Like,
I'm 90.
yeah.
I could tell you're 90.
I thought you actually called the Uber to his apartment right now.
By
for
the way,
flight to Boston.
this is a separate conversation of would I trade him. I'll always trade pretty much anybody if I think that it's time to go.
Right.
It's less about that, just more being excited about the biggest move in the NFL right now, which is pretty
Excited
interesting.
isn't the word I would use. I'm
Oh,
not
I am.
excited to see him get traded.
Ooh, that is a good take, Ray. Because I'm excited because
I'm excited till week 2 and they don't have an adequate replacement.
Right. Yeah, I kind of see where we're going here. Like,
that's a good call because I think you're right, Like, part of me is excited because it's something new. This is a topic we're going to discuss here. We've been discussing it for the past few weeks. And like I said, there's something fresh about it. So that's exciting. But, man, really breaking it down, it's like, A.J. Brown is going to be no longer with the Eagles. What are they going to do?
They draft Danny Watkins with the pick. Right? Yeah, there's the other side of it.
I do
know
smell
that.
smoke out there. You're
But
right.
what if it's for Max Crosby, the first-round draft pick, parlayed for Max? I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen from here. Maybe they use the draft pick because they really need to use the draft pick. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So, Ray, you think it's more likely to happen now, but you're still have angst about it happening.
oh, yeah. You know who I'm excited for? I'm excited for whoever's working this weekend. Because I feel like they're going to get a nice. There you go, Sean. You on tomorrow?
I'm on tomorrow.
Nope.
I'm excited for it's going to be Sunday, but I'm excited for who's working this weekend.
Does not happen this weekend.
No?
You don't think so?
So if we're going by what we believe is happening and the picture that I'm painting, that the Patriots are really interested. Now it's a matter of, well, I don't want to give up a first-round draft pick. We want the player. You know that, Howie, but we're not willing to give up the first-round draft pick. So now you start leveraging other wide receivers on the free agent market. So now the tampering period starts, and the Patriots could say, well, listen, we want to get something done now, so we're going to sign Mike Evans if you don't come back down to what our offer is. You know what I mean? There's more things to negotiate. So I don't think it happens this weekend unless the Patriots say, okay, we'll do it. Because now, you know what? Maybe the Ravens talk themselves into, hey, the agent for AJ just called us back. Like, let's take. Are we sure we're not making a mistake here? Anything else can happen.
Oh, I like that. And again, that helps with the price. So if
Howie's not going to rush to make a deal unless he's getting what he wants.
no,
Period.
I'm going to say this, and I'm also going to duck as I say it. There is another report out there, John.
What do we got?
Diana Rossini.
So I'm sure it's fresh information that we haven't heard before.
There's a
Under the desk, man. Under the desk.
No, I'm turning.
John. There's another team involved.
going after
according to Diana Rossini.
Brace is on the floor.
I'm just reading a tweet.
No, I'll bet
It's
you.
not me.
I'll bet you whoever the team is, it's per sources at the end.
It's the Chargers per sources. Yes.
Does it
It's
say
just
per
hiding.
sources?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Oh my God! All right, fine.
So there's another team involved, which is a good thing if that is actually real.
So if Rossini, well, I'm sure the Chargers have inquired about it.
They better.
Yeah, I mean, it's not totally bogus.
Yeah.
But, all right, so, Ray, here's what we're going to do. 610-632-0975. So everybody that maybe you missed this yesterday, that's the telephone number to dial in. And Ray never answers the phone for some reason. Don't you think he should take a little bit more of a role in answering phone calls?
Answering phones.
I did when I worked with Mike.
Yeah, we all did. You're right. But here's the deal. I think what it was that when they called, they were set up, and then the producer would go to them to tee them up and make sure that they were ready to
We did a lot more phone calls back then.
That's
So
true, too.
I like screening phone calls.
Yeah.
So that's the phone line. But also yesterday, I feel like we struck some gold, Ray.
Oh, yeah.
With using the voice text messages. So here's what you do. If you want to text us a short voice memo, could be 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, whatever it is, like sports radio style, like, hey, guys, this is Bob from Deptford, and I'm an electrician, because Sean wants you to not only identify name, location, but also occupation.
Yeah, I love it.
Which is important. It's optional at this point, but we would really prefer it. I guess it's preferred more than
It
optional.
adds a little character to the call, to the voice message.
So here's what you do if you're on iPhone. If it's, do we have an Android in the house? Can we have somebody? So you save the Fanatic at 610-632-0975 in your phone. Save it as a contact, Fanatic, boom, save. Then you go like you're sending us a text message, which you can do on the text board. It's always encouraged. 610-632-0975. But you hit the plus sign, and a bunch of options come up with you hit the plus sign next to the message. All right, so next to where you type a message, the plus sign. Hit that button, and then audio comes up. If you press the audio button, you start recording immediately. Record it, send it, we'll edit it for air, and bam, it's like getting somebody that calls in. We get their point and their opinion.
It's fantastic.
So do I sound too excited about A.J. Brown getting traded?
Yes.
Yes and no. Like, I understand it. Maybe to somebody that's just tuning in and being like, damn, AJ was a stud. What are we doing? Like, yeah, I can understand that, but I'm with you where it's like we got something new and fresh, and the Eagles are involved with it. We are the story of the NFL.
I think it's time to trade him. He wants to, then here's the bottom line.
Yeah.
He wants to be traded.
That's true. That's true.
All right, let's take a phone call or two. We'll start with Jimmy in Southwest Philly. Jimmy, what's up? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, man. What's up?
What's up, Jimmy?
Good morning. How are you, fellas?
Doing great.
Good.
It's Friday.
Listen, man. First of all, love the show, man.
Thank you.
Been listening to you for years, Marksy. And I just want to say this, and because this is the second day in a row I heard it. I thought it was. I think Sean said it yesterday, and he just said it just now. That AJ has done everything and everything right. I watched him quit on a team, a fan base, and a city. Can we stop acting like he's a great teammate? He quit on us, man.
When did he quit?
He quit on us in a playoff game.
In the playoff
like,
game?
That hurts.
In that game against the 49ers, you think A.J. Brown quit. And I'm sure you're not alone, but give me the example. Which one are you going to go to? With the drop pass over the middle?
Did both balls, his body language.
Yep.
He quit. The blocking. We could go on.
Yeah, but then you know what? Because
Let me ask you, do you
Jimmy,
think
hang
he
on,
quit?
Jimmy.
No, I don't.
I don't think he quit, but I get this all the time in my own personal life. I'm not mad. I'm indifferent. A.J. Brown wasn't mad. He was indifferent. He was going through the motions. Like what you're saying, Jimmy,
That's
what you're
fair.
saying is that he quit.
That's fair.
I don't think he quit. I just think he's going through the motions of a team like the last game of the season in Major League Baseball and you're in last place. You're not quitting, but you're going out there like you don't really care what and that's the way he looked too much in games this
But
year.
isn't that quitting now? You're playing an NFL game where the best athletes in the world play, where you have to give 100% to compete. You're competing.
It's
with the
more
best
than
of the
it's
best.
more than a fair criticism.
I
and it's
agree.
True.
The
I
best
agree,
of the
Jimmy.
best.
I agree.
And anytime you don't give 100%, where I come from, that's quitting. It's a quiet quit. It's today's quiet quit.
Jim, Jimmy, could I meet you halfway and say it's unacceptable no matter what? Can I just say that?
Well,
Okay.
then, so, yes, absolutely. And guess what? I may be being a little bit strong with the quit. I love AJ.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I just think we need to stop saying that he has done everything right. He's a great teammate, because great teammates don't do what he did.
Ooh, that's a strong call and a hell of a way to start the show, Jimmy. Nice work by you there. I guess, I need to bite my lip a little bit, right? But all in all, like, I just am collectively looking at the seasons together and the success that they had, and it's like, and a part of me is saying, like, if this guy wants to move on, which we all agree that this is reality, then it's time to move on. Like, I have no ill towards A.J. Brown. Now, after the game against the 49ers, yeah, Jimmy, I was singing a different tune. I still won't be here and say that he quit on the team. I didn't say it then. I'm not going to say it now. But no matter what, going through the motions in a playoff game at home, unacceptable, bar none.
One of the things that Eagles writers, and I think it was in Garrow we had earlier in the week, anytime that there's any AJ criticism, even a little bit, it's quickly, but he's a great teammate, or it's quickly qualified with what he says. I've never seen anything like that in this town.
Where's the C on his chest, John?
Jalen Hurts is Super Bowl MVP, and A.J. Brown's a great teammate.
Let me, dude, it's the canned responses of the years.
Nick Sirianni has a great record.
Great record, great
Yeah.
leader.
It was the book. That's why. It was the book.
No, because we like him.
That's in my notes.
And here's the other thing, and this is with me, all right? One of the reasons why I turned on Embiid and I became a not Embiid fan earlier than most was things that you maybe hear internally. And when you hear those type of things, there's certain things with me where I just, that's it for me. And when Tyrese Maxey has to, and it was long before this, but when Tyrese Maxey has to come out and say, you're late for everything, that's a problem. And I'm not telling you it doesn't happen in pro sports. I can tell you who it doesn't happen for: winning teams.
Yep.
And I watch the 76ers. I've been a 76ers fan long enough to not want to deal with that crap.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that we could all agree as far as the culture is concerned, not very good with the 76ers.
Right. And AJ I've never heard one thing. The journalists make sure they go out of their way to make sure that everybody knows. Zach Berman tweeted out, a staffer came up to me and said, hey, AJ's getting a bad rep. He's great, and brought up all these different reasons why he's a great teammate. And everybody loves this dude, so I guess I got to love him, right?
Absolutely. You have to look past everything that happened on the field because everyone else has.
Well, I don't care about the stuff on the field because it's over, and I'm going to trade him. The playoff game happened. That was reason enough right there, and also the trade request during the season and all the other stuff. Right there, you can't have it. And if you believe AJ's going to change because you brought in Sean Mannion, AJ ain't looking at, like, what's been done's been done, all right? And AJ ain't looking at Jalen with different eyes going forward. He's going to look for every crappy throw and everything that they don't do because he questions him. It's time to move on.
Oh, by the way, the story right on the television. Patriots will repeat as AFC champs if they trade for A.J. Brown. Overreaction Friday.
There you go.
Gotta love it.
610-632-0975. So as I mentioned, phone line. If what I'm saying angers you, I want to hear it. 610-632-0975.
It was a good call.
Also, text and voice text. So send us your thoughts in a voice text to 610-632-0975. Jeff McClain, actually, finally, someone acknowledged what A.J. Brown's problem is. Is it with the quarterback? Of course it's with the quarterback. But he actually said it. We'll play that for you coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Days away from free agency. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Jalen Phillips, Nakobe Dean, Dallas Goedert, Reed Blankenship are the headliners for free agents for your Philadelphia Eagles ahead of legal tampering beginning on Monday in the NFL. And, of course, the headline around the NFL is what will happen with star wide receiver A.J. Brown? Will he be a Philadelphia Eagle? Will he be traded? Ian Rappaport with the latest.
So this certainly seems like it's going to be the Patriots or the Eagles for A.J. Brown, with an answer likely coming pretty soon.
We'll let you know if that answer does come pretty soon. Elsewhere, the Flyers lost 3-0 to the Utah Mammoth last night. Trade deadline is today in the NHL. They've got the Penguins in Pittsburgh tomorrow night. You can listen to that game on WMMR. Sixers in Atlanta tomorrow night with the Hawks, 6 o'clock. You can listen to that game right here on The Fanatic. And the Union hosts San Jose Earthquakes tomorrow at 7:30. That game on WWDB. This update is brought to you by Apple Vacations. Spring into savings with Apple Vacations. Get up to $400 off, plus kids stay free at select resorts when you travel through December 15th. Book by April 9th at applevacations.com or call your travel advisor. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
We're back with some Flyers breaking news. Ray Dunn. Is that a Yacht Rock Friday theme to it? Oh, let's not interrupt that.
I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh, yeah.
I'm a fool to do your
This is a
dirty work.
great...
Oh, no.
It is a great song from movies, right? Like, if there's a sad boyfriend, you know, like...
Missing, he's away in Paris for work or school.
That's it. This song
And they're
right here.
showing both the girlfriend doing her laundry in the dorm.
This is Steely Dan, right? Ray?
This is Steely
All right,
Dan.
yeah.
Something I knew about
There you go.
before Yacht Rock Friday.
Good job, Ray. Or maybe we should pay off the breaking Flyers news.
Probably.
I'm sorry,
should get to
Flyers
that.
So you're going to have to help me out with who they acquired, but the Flyers have traded, and so the deadline's at 3 o'clock. Now word is being leaked. And by the way, very intelligent by the NHL to have your trade deadline at 3 p.m. on a Friday. Normally, that's when you do a news dump when something bad is happening.
That is correct.
They actually have free agency opening at the time you do a news dump. So congratulations to the NHL.
Attaboy, Gary.
So do we want to pay off that breaking news or what?
Sorry.
Stick taps for Gary Bowman on that one.
I'm not trying to... Ray, we have some Flyers breaking news. What do we got?
That we do. Bobby Brink has been dealt. He's going to Minnesota. In exchange, they are getting David Juracek.
Oh.
Who was the 6th overall pick in the 2020-something draft?
2022.
Okay, so you're getting a guy that obviously has been a disappointment with their organization, and you're bringing him here and hoping that the talent that got him drafted 6th overall, maybe he's a better fit here for whatever reason.
Right. Drafted by Columbus, moved to Minnesota, now moved by Minnesota to Philadelphia. So
What could possibly go wrong with
Bobby
him?
played 4 seasons for the Flyers, originally from Minnesota, and he was the 2019 34th overall pick by the Orange and the Black.
Great hockey name.
Yeah.
Bobby Brink.
Bobby Brink.
All right.
Stick taps, John. Stick taps.
So Ray is the, at least on their component, expert. What do you think of this trade?
swing for upside here, and you're moving on for Bobby Brink. I mean, that seems like what this is.
So negative Nate Tennyson, and believe me, we'll move to the Eagles in a second. Negative Nate Tennyson, our associate producer, he came in and gave us the news.
He's fired up.
So is he happy or not?
You know, well, he had a
Nate,
smile on his face.
Nate, come in here. Yeah, but that's because he could be happy it was bad.
Oh.
Because he wants to be angry.
Well,
I don't know with him.
He never has a smile on his face.
I don't want to spend too much time on it. I would need to know cliff notes on why he likes it or he doesn't.
I'll tell you what.
We need niche sports Nate for this one.
I'll tell you what. Going from the Flyers to the Minnesota Wild, it's pretty good. That worked out well for Mr. Brink.
All right.
Nice job.
I guess he can't help us. So
Come on, Nate.
I'm already over it.
Well, this is the thing. Like you
Maybe later on.
You get an opportunity to get your butt in the studio. Let's go.
I know. He's probably cutting Brian Boucher from the morning show.
Boosh, how you doing?
All right, so that's that. Now, what were we going to play here with the Eagles? Is this Jeff McClain?
That's correct.
Jeff McClain. There's this weird thing, and I've talked about it on the air, where everybody that covers the team or knows about the team, they all know the real issue is, and I'll even use a qualifier here. It's not a personal thing with AJ or Jalen. It's just that AJ doesn't think he's a very good quarterback, and it was about the offense too. Here's Jeff McClain talking about the problem with AJ Brown.
Or AJ Brown stands is like kind of like the determining factor to some extent. Like, okay, do you want a player that's completely miserable all year? It's been framed that way here by some in Philadelphia, and that's just not my understanding of the situation. You know, there's nuance there, right? So we should look at it through that lens. It's not like he's either unhappy or he's happy. I think he's like not 100% happy, and I think he's not 100% unhappy. And I think,
Pause it. That means you're unhappy. You can't be not happy or unhappy.
That was indifferent, though, right? The
right.
definition I used earlier.
But if you're indifferent, that means you're not happy. Because if you can't be either happy or not happy. Because if you're in between, that really means you're not happy.
You're in purgatory.
Because you're not happy.
Oh.
You can't be happy. You know what I mean? You're not happy if you're not happy if you're not happy.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Good way to define that.
Continue. You're
It
not
stems
happy.
from the quarterback play. Let's be honest, and
Let's be honest.
the pass offense as a result of that. I'm not trying to sit here and blame it all on Jalen Hurts, and I don't think AJ does extensively. And he looks at the scheme and he looks at what's happened at offensive coordinator and the play calling as well. That's factored into it as well.
Yeah, well, that's all gone. But You're not in between happy and not happy if you believe that he requested trade or trades during the season. I'm sorry, we're being silly. Has he been toxic? No, there's been no reason to believe he's been toxic. He hasn't even really said anything outside of the cryptic social media post, which even on the social media post, he didn't say anything. He's doing that because he's showing his unhappiness. When he doesn't talk to the media, it's because he knows he's going to say something that he shouldn't. He's actually, he's handled this relatively well, considering he's never come out and he's never thrown a hand grenade in the locker room or anything like that. But let's not mess around. All the people online that says the Eagles have no incentive to trade A.J. Brown. They're not trading A.J. Brown. Open up your eyes.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they're going to trade him if they're not getting what they consider value, but let's not act like this isn't very possibly happening.
Happiness
Jesus.
and unhappiness at the same time. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it hits you a little bit. And it's kind of like where I'm at with this discussion with A.J. Brown. I'm happy because it's going to be something new, but I'm unhappy that we're losing a talent like A.J. Brown. And I don't know what is – see, that's the issue, too. I'm getting a lot of this on social media. A lot of people are like, okay, now what? Am I wrong to believe that Howie Roseman is going to cook something up major? I think, this isn't just to slide Devontae Smith over, and that's what we're going to go to battle next year. Of course, there's many holes, Dallas, so on and so forth. But I feel like Howie's been – he's going to be in the kitchen, man. He's going to cook something up big.
It's a mercenary one-year signing. It's a Mike Evans type, a guy that says, hey, if you come and play for the Eagles, everybody's going to watch you, and you can parlay that into another contract. Mike Evans is a little bit different because he's towards the end of his career. Mm-hmm. But still, this is even with Jalen Hurts, this is a team that's going to be on national television a lot. This is a team that has Saquon Barkley and Devontae Smith. There's a lot of reasons if you're a free agent wide receiver, and it might not be right off the bat, because then the market settles down, and the players that thought were going to get big contracts, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So now they're left with a 1 or a 2 year deal, and it might be with a team that's not all that great. And then Howie comes in and says, listen, we'll give you this money for 1 year. Dallas Goedert came back last year.
True.
Josh Sweat came back the year before. They had offers elsewhere. They didn't have to come back.
You're right.
Look how they parlayed that into a big contract.
No, you're right. Well,
So I think that's what they do. And then it's a matter of, are you drafting a guy? Are you
and that's the part that excites me.
Me
right?
too.
This is all new, and
Howie's season.
Look, it's Howie's season, and the way things played out and transpired last year with losing that game to the 49ers, it just needs something new. Coach Sirianni's still here. He's not going anywhere, but there is plenty of new that is surrounding him. Real quick, another moment that I was a little, not unhappy, because that's the wrong word, but happy and sad at the same time I was, my daughter's birthday. I was happy, but I was sad. My little girl is growing up, John. You know
Correct.
about this.
Happened to me last night.
How about that?
Opening night for my daughter's play.
Oh.
I'm watching her up on stage. I'm watching all her friends that I've known since kindergarten, and now they're in 4th grade. They're last year in elementary school.
Whoa.
And it's like, wow, these girls have grown up before my eyes. I looked at her one friend, Leighton, and I'm like, God, she looks so grown up there.
Yeah.
And then you see them after the play, and it's like, this is what we're going to see until they go to high school and then they're away in college.
Slow down.
And your life flashes before your eyes. And I was like, it was not that it was upsetting. It was emotional for me.
Sad.
And that's how it is with AJ Ray.
Yes.
It's emotional for us.
That's right.
We've seen him come out of the womb. No, not really. We saw him come from Tennessee with the, remember the phone call?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like he's gone already, but.
We are. Because that's the way
Ray,
most people feel right now.
We need a Yacht Rock theme song to play when we talk about AJ and loving him so much.
Wasn't that just the last song we played?
No, but that's dirty work. I'm a fool to do your dirty work.
I just want to back up.
I need Sailing or something from
Yes. All right.
Christopher Cross.
Sailing's next.
I just want to back
Stay
up
tuned.
because we played that audio from McClain talking about how he's not happy with the quarterback, and I just brought up the fact that when he was traded on draft day, his first phone call was to Jalen Hurts.
Aren't they best friends? No, that was so 3 years ago. We've known for years that they're not best friends anymore. I still get it. Yeah, but aren't they best friends? Oh, shut up. No, they're not best friends.
They danced together after that touchdown against the Steelers. Damn it.
I'm not even going to go that they hate each other or anything like that. I'm not even going to go there. AJ, it's just time to move on. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. So a couple of things. Later on in the program, we have the knockout tickets and the 76ers tickets. So your spot in the knockout tournament representing Middays with Marks. 76ers tickets for the game. We're going to play knockout trivia. Go figure. We're playing knockout on the hardwood at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. We're going to do knockout trivia. That's coming up at 1 o'clock Ray, do we have anything booked at 1 o'clock or no?
Knockout trivia we have booked at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. And then at 1:30, we have an important and major show announcement.
Uh-oh.
All right?
Knockout.
That's coming up at 1:30. And is it more major than Knockout?
That's, look, I threw something out there in the timeline, get some people with eyeballs, shout out Max Crosby from Lane Johnson. And people are like, is this a knockout announcement?
That's another one. We're actually doing a AAA version of Knockout. It's at the G League Delaware team.
We're knocking out the knockout announcement.
Right, exactly right. Except it's going to have a different flavor to it. That is not the announcement, but it could be something like that. That's coming up. Also, we mentioned our sister station in Boston talking about the trade. So it's Felger and Maz, and Tony Maserati said Howie Roseman is full of crap. I can't wait to hear this coming up next. So it's Middays with Marks, 97.5.
upset people are over A.J. Brown, this conversation?
Yeah, that I'm not only trading him, I sound happy about trading.
Well, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with being happy. As that caller pointed out to start.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
When Sean Mannion, remember when everybody, and just a reminder, and I think we will go for the show in general, why a lot of the talking head talk shows out there, and I'm not talking about this station, we're like, nobody wants the offensive coordinator job. Oh, my God.
Remember that?
Another guy turned them down when none of that was really happening outside of two people that didn't want the Eagles job and went somewhere else, including one. So that was out there, and it's like, no, this is an attractive job to the right person, and that was Sean Mannion. Sean Mannion would have gotten an offensive coordinator job. The Eagles, he sold the Eagles. He said, boom, here's my interview. This is what I would do. And they're like, we want that guy. 33 years old, little coaching experience, and they hired him, and they very wisely surrounded him with a bunch of young offensive coaches. Look at what McVay did, all that new young core of offensive coaches, his tree that is now sprinkled around the NFL. That's what the Eagles are trying to do. And they think Mannion might be that next young guy. So that's exciting. And I was excited when they signed him. And now everybody's come around because it does look very smart. There's not a lot of things I don't trust the Eagles with. And a hiring like Sean Mannion and then executing hiring guys around him is an extremely intelligent move. Now, here's something that could happen with A.J. Brown, being perfectly honest with what I'm saying about Howie Roseman. They could also sign a veteran that gets injured, and they don't get the production that they would have gotten if they kept A.J. Brown. They may draft a wide receiver with that first-round draft pick who can't play. Mm-hmm. They've done it before. So it's not like Howie Roseman can't F this up with who he replaces A.J. with, but you got to be excited. It's Howie season, man. You got to give him the opportunity. Let him do his job.
No doubt about that.
So if he thinks he should trade A.J. Brown, then I think he should trade A.J. Brown too. I think it's a smart move.
It's funny that you brought up with, again, we understand how this works. McVay and Shanahan, and they're at the highest of the high when you start talking about offensive play callers in the NFL. And again, I told you, I was yelling from the mountaintops that Rodgers hit was really good. He referenced it in that hit with McAfee 2 days ago where he was like, I know everybody loves, they want the McVay and all that because they were talking about, of course, what's taking place with the Steelers and McCarthy being back. And, and he had his takes on it. And he's like, that's the shiny, or that's the carrot that everybody's chasing, a shiny new object. It's just funny because everybody sees that too in the NFL, players as well. It's like, oh, if you're with these guys, McVay and Shanahan, instantly that brings you credibility. So we'll see if it pays off with, of course, Mannion, but
doesn't mean it has to work.
No.
With any of this stuff right here. But the success rate of Howie Roseman moves is a lot higher than most GMs, that's for sure.
Agreed.
All right, so Tony Maserati, afternoons in Boston, Sports Hub 98.5.
It's a good name, Maserati.
Yeah, it's Felger and Maz. And Maserati was a longtime baseball writer who made the transition into sports radio. And now with Michael Felger, who's also a former newspaper guy.
Okay.
Their afternoon show is a very, very successful afternoon show. And, they have an unapologetic, they'll say whatever style. Here's Tony Maserati talking about Howie Roseman.
I'm not ruling it out. I don't think the price is going to be what it is or what they're saying it is right now. So I don't rule it out. And Vrabel's got a relationship with the player. If it comes down to a second-round pick and the money's a little less, I could see it happening. Philly's full of crap. Howie Roseman's full of crap. Okay? And I think the guy's the best GM in the league.
Well, this is why he is.
Okay? But there's no way he's getting a first and second and unloading that contract, and he knows it. He's completely full of crap when it comes to that price for A.J. Brown.
I told you.
Yeah, he's good. Right.
So
and
good.
By the way, Howie Roseman knows that he's full of crap with that first and second. That's why I had to retweet somebody. Like someone was bitching and complaining about Howie Roseman first and second. I retweeted a screenshot of the definition of negotiation. Negotiation.
Yep.
He's going to get a first-round draft pick for A.J. Brown, or it's going to have to be a second and something that adds up to being a first, especially after DJ Moore. But here's one thing that he said that I do disagree with, which is, the contract and all that money. Anybody that needs a wide receiver, there's a price tag for a wide receiver. And the going rate for a wide receiver of A.J. Brown's caliber is what he's being paid. So what you're doing is you're acquiring the player, and then you're giving him a contract that works for you so you can manipulate the stat. Or maybe they just want to keep the contract. I don't know. I mean, that's what the Eagles would do. They wouldn't ride with the existing contract. All this talk about, oh, he's making so much money. Oh, shut up. He's not making that much money. That's what those guys make.
That's what happens. And you're right when it comes down to the renegotiation. And these things are discussed. Like, this isn't just a deal that is happening. Oh, by the way, now we got to work on the contract. No. Like, all parties are aware of what's happening with that contract. So that's one of the first things they'll discuss is like, will we take on this deal? Will we give him a new one? And, of course, with A.J. Brown, it seems like they'll give him a new one. My only take to the people out there is like, just look at the free agency. I know we do this a lot, but look at the wide receivers that are actually available for this signing period here. And Alec Pierce is like literally being referred to as the number one option, who had 47 catches last year, had a great, as far as totals are concerned, over 1,000 yards, 6 receiving touchdowns. A guy that's a little bit of a burner that could take it over the top, but nowhere near as good of a receiver as A.J. Brown. Nowhere near.
No, he's like a Deshaun Jackson type, less volume, big plays like Deshaun, a lot like Deshaun. Deshaun never had 100 catches in a season or come close to that. That's not that, but he was averaging 23 yards a catch and things like that. Dynamic playmaker. Pierce was that last year. You're paying $28 million a year or something like that for, you hope he's turning into a low volume big play, because you shouldn't expect him to get 100 catches. No. He's not that kind of wide receiver.
And that's my big point on all that is this. If you are a team that needs a wide receiver and you know who's available as far as for just free agency signings, you put that to the side. If you can get a guy like A.J. Brown, oh, man, you got to move mountains to make that happen.
Yep.
Especially if you're the Patriots, who, by the way, just went to the Super Bowl. You got a standard to meet. And we talked about it yesterday, 14 wins. That's not going to be something that's just easy for you next year with the new schedule and all above, the bullseye in the back. No, you got to go out there and get players.
No one up there thinks he's worth any more than maybe a second, and now the contract or whatever. If they want the player, he's going to be, and Howie is going to lean on him until they won't do a deal.
He's the perfect receiver for what they are right now. You go and get Drake May, his number one target. He's there for the next 2 to 3 seasons. He'll be happy with Vrabel. Any issues? Like, there is no reason not to make this happen if you're the Patriots.
No, you're so right. 610-632-0975. Phone calls, text line. And again, if you want to send us a voice text on what we're saying with this, are you still – I'm sure there's a lot of people out there saying, what are these idiots talking about? What do you mean trade A.J. Brown? You can send us either call or the voice memo. And you send it to 610-632-0975. We have that coming up. Also, the latest on free agency in general with the Eagles and around the NFL, because the tampering period starts on Tuesday, but there's a lot of stuff going on right now. We have that coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
We are just days away from free agency. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Jalen Phillips, Jacoby Dean, Dallas Goedert, Reed Blankenship. Those are the headliners when it comes to free agents for your Philadelphia Eagles. Who will they retain? Who will they see walk out the door? Legal tampering beginning on Monday in the National Football League. Ian Rappaport reporting on the biggest headline across the NFL right now, which is A.J. Brown and his future with the Birds.
So this certainly seems like it's going to be the Patriots or the Eagles for A.J. Brown, with an answer likely coming pretty soon.
We'll keep you updated if we do get that answer. Speaking of trades, it's the trade deadline in the NHL, and today the Flyers traded Bobby Brink to Minnesota. They get David Juracek back in return, a former 6th overall pick. Drafted by Columbus, has played the last couple of years this past season in Minnesota. Flyers lost 3-0 to the Utah Mammoth last night. We've got the Penguins and in Pittsburgh tomorrow night on WMMR. Sixers are in Atlanta tomorrow, playing the Hawks at 6 o'clock. You can listen to the game right here on the Fanatic. And the Union hosts San Jose tomorrow at 7:30. Catch that game on WWDB. This update is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging, reliable replacement batteries, and they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone, AutoZone. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Not a fan.
I did this last time.
I did not. I did Kokomo last time.
Yeah.
No, you played. Well, we were talking about Jimmy Buffett, and I just said like Jimmy Buffett's not.
This
that's
isn't
not
Jimmy Buffett.
This is Yacht Rock. This is Pina Colada's song.
Yeah,
I believe.
dude, I've been rolling on. My youngest daughter loves Yacht Rock.
Oh, it's so good. So good. A lot of people have approached me. I've gotten text messages. Met up with my guy, Timmy from Cuddy's down in Manayunk yesterday. He's like, you guys are loving some Yacht Rock. I'm like, yeah, man.
Gotta live there. Who doesn't love Yacht Rock?
Let's go.
Has its own music station. I mean, there's been talk here. Maybe we would just do Yacht Rock and talk like for a couple minutes and then send it to Yacht Rock songs.
If you like making love at midnight.
All right, so Ray, dial this one up here. Hold on, I gotta bring up because I have a separate folder in my Amazon Music for Yacht Rock. Oh no, dude, I'm like all in. Lovely Day by Bill Withers.
No, that's strong. Now some might say that that's not Yacht Rock.
You know what it is? He's a much more talented artist than be considered. Like,
true.
When you look at it, when you hear a Yacht Rock artist, you think like Hack. No, and that's not the case.
Oh God.
But you know what I mean? Like they're limited to
one
that.
hit wonder. You're right.
Yeah, like that's what they do.
Yeah.
But Bill Withers had hits. I mean, he had all-time hits.
Oh, Bill Withers.
He's as talented as it comes.
He's one of the greatest, performers of all time. Yeah, absolutely. Great voice. Lovely Day is a strong song. I love when he hits Lovely Day literally for like a minute. Lovely Day.
Over and over.
He just hits
I've been listening to it a lot.
Man. Yeah. Strong.
I'm very intimate with that song right now. For sure.
That's how you start your day off. Listen to Bill Withers.
Yeah, well, I mean, who doesn't want to do that? Let's go to Greg in Bethlehem has an interesting comment on A.J. Brown and the type of offense that he may be best suited for. What's up, Greg? How are you?
Morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, buddy. Good to hear from you.
I was just wondering, with the prospects of the new offensive coordinator, Mannion, and the West Coast type offense, that will probably translate into more passing attempts, and that should have translated into greater opportunities for AJ. And if that's not satisfactory to him, it makes me wonder whether he is skeptical of Jalen Hurts' ability to handle it.
Yeah, I don't think you have to wonder if he thinks that, Greg. But to your point, sometimes it's time to move on. Man, we had a great run from A.J. Brown. They won a Super Bowl. They went back to another Super Bowl. He's been arguably in a lot of people's minds, some people's minds, the best wide receiver in franchise history. You talk about expectations and value for a trade. Yeah, you got your value out of A.J. Brown, even if it was for 4 seasons. And you gave up something, and you got something great in return. So, I mean, if the Titans didn't F up the draft pick they got from the Eagles, that could have been a good trade for them, too.
Sure.
Because they stunk. He wouldn't have done anything down there. He was going to be unhappy. So now it's time for him to move on to another team. If he's not happy.
I would love examples. Like last night, Russell Westbrook was calling out media members out there in Sacramento after the game, and they won 14 games all season. And he's literally going back and forth to these media members like, you guys got all this to say. Like, so I'm in the comments searching for examples of what the Sacramento Kings media reporters have said, beat reporters have said about Russ and the Sacramento Kings that upset him. Nobody could send me anything. I would love examples from AJ of like, okay, look, I get it. When we talk about Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl champion, he's been incredible, Super Bowl MVP, outplayed Mahomes. Like, we know what the banner says. Yeah. But these guys are professionals. They know if they're reaching, where they need to be in their career, and that's obviously not acceptable to A.J. Brown where he is in his career right now. So I would wonder, because as I remember in these games, John, Jalen's putting them all on the money to AJ.
He had a lot of drops, so he's got some nerve considering
that too.
Considering he was not at his best in a number of games this year, and he seemed to be just going through the motions. And also, a lot of the videos that we watch where it's like, well, he just gave up on a route. That might be common for wide receivers that aren't getting thrown the ball, and it's not like they haven't been throwing the ball the last 10 times they ran the same route. Why would they think they're going to get it this time? They're not even like a top 3 option in it. But like also, if he throws the ball, then you have to be ready. Otherwise, it's on you.
Also, let me ask this question, too, since we're talking out loud here. You mean to tell me Sirianni is just all good here? Like, this is all about the quarterback? a little bit about the system.
Hell yeah.
No, who was it that said that?
But like
Was
AJ
it
and Sirianni,
BLG?
they see eye to eye. Like there's no issues there.
BLG had said, and other people have also said, yeah, like the head coach and the go figure, the head coach and AJ Brown are button heads.
Okay.
The last thing I remember from Sirianni and AJ Brown, they were screaming at each other on the sideline.
a debate?
Yeah, which is, by the way, like that's okay. You can have that. But a guy that's demanding to be traded and kind of is going through the motions in a playoff game, like, all right, that's something more.
Yeah, that's my point. It's like, wait a minute.
Fine
you,
line.
you had all this success with Jalen Hurts. Of course, you won the Super Bowl. And it's like, okay, that's really the main reason why you've had enough. I get it. He probably wears on you. He's maybe a little bit of a strange bird to be around, whatever it may be. Who knows? Maybe A.J. Brown's a little strange to be around.
You know what? It's why I'm not recommending a Jalen Hurts yacht rock song.
No.
Because it doesn't work. AJ, you can put it on and talk about him and you feel good. Jalen, there's no yacht rock song that you're putting on to talk about Jalen Hurts. He's not that kind of guy.
No, I need a little bit more deep thought when it comes to it. Like,
he's got deep thought.
Jalen doesn't waste time by listening to anything.
No, he got time for that.
He's got the motivation.
That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle.
What's it? The David Goggins? That's what Jalen listens to. You know who that guy is?
No.
He's the guy on Instagram that literally was like running 60 miles in his barefoot. And if you don't run, like, are you weak? Are you weak? This is what you got to do. Like, yeah, David Goggins, maniac.
There you go.
Do you know who David Goggins is, Ray?
No.
I know
Oh,
who Kenny
jeez.
Loggins is.
I also know Kenny Loggins.
And David Coggin, who is a former bad Philadelphia Philly.
David
Also know
Goggins.
David Coggins.
There you go. He's the American motivational speaker, athlete, author, and retired United States Navy SEAL. God bless you, sir.
So someone who would never be in my circle of networking or friends, huh?
Motivating who?
This is,
Apparently a lot of people.
yeah, he
No,
was,
but there's been like Brian Dawkins naturally, when that dude talks, people listen.
sure.
E.F. Hutton, when E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. That used to be a tagline back in the 80s. But like, listen, if you know who he is, he's obviously a pretty successful
Well, it's because of the
motivational speaker.
social media.
Correct. He's
Yep.
mastered it.
A couple years ago, but he backs it up. Like, he's the real deal.
All right, so we have an Albert Breer clip talking about Eagles free agents. As much as we're like AJ Brown, it's the biggest story in the NFL, as it should be. There's also a lot of other decisions with the Eagles that we're probably going to see resolved. I would expect Jalen Phillips to be signed early in the process because he's going to have a market, and I think he comes back to the Eagles. But this is Albert Breer of the MMQB on the Uncovering Birds podcast talking about Jalen Phillips' value.
I think with Phillips, you're probably talking somewhere in the $20 to $25 million per range. And, I think this is obvious. So much of this is going to come down to your comfort level with his injuries, and like, how comfortable are you that he's going to hold up physically? I don't know that there's much of a question about what he can do when he is healthy. And so, like you said, like, it's a premium position, and great players at that position don't become available all that often. So in almost all cases, like, you have to compromise something to get one. And in Phillips' case, it would be the injury history.
Yeah, I would be comfortable giving him that big money and they'll cook up the contract with all these numbers or whatever. But really the guaranteed portion would be 2 years. And then if you cut him after 2 years, you're taking a dead cap hit to get rid of him. He probably will get that, but 3 years. So it's really be like a 4-year contract and you can cut him after the third year. I'm not giving him, what are we giving him? $50 million, $40 million guaranteed or whatever. I don't know. He's a good tier 2 option.
He's a good edge rusher. He's not a franchise edge rusher.
Correct.
He's a good edge rusher.
Yep. And you're going to pay him closer. You're not paying him Myles Garrett type money, but then again, who's Myles Garrett? I'd rather not have the draft pick and get Max Crosby.
Yes.
But it seems like Max Crosby's market, at least the way they're portraying it in the media, everybody's in on Max Crosby.
That's a big asking price.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
No.
Howie doesn't overpay on stuff like that.
No, but you could see a team like the Cowboys doing it.
Yep. Getting suckered in because the media is being used to pretend there's all these teams willing to do it. Yep.
Yeah. So was Lane messing with us?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Is Lane Johnson really that bored?
No, I think Lane really wants him, but he thinks it's funny because he's probably buddies with him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right?
I'm telling you, they're lifting together right now, laughing at all of us.
Like, you don't think Crosby puts out that Eagle thing, and I know it's you don't think he knows what he's doing. He sees what happens.
It's good to be wanted.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to be wanted. My wife sometimes will send me some texts with how's your day is going. Those days are a little bit better than when she doesn't contact me. Right?
It's like with Ray and the older women. It's like that's what he does with the older women. It's like Max Crosby putting the bird out. He wants to be wanted.
Putting
So
the bird out?
Ray puts his bird out.
Hey now.
Oh!
Jeez. I like it.
Hickory Dickory Ray.
That's it. All right, done. I know we can come up with some good ones there.
So do we have? So is this more Breer on Dallas Goedert's value? All right. So hold on. Do we agree that he's making between 20, maybe like 22, and that the Eagles are going to sign him?
Without the move for Max Crosby, yes.
What's the guaranteed nut? Ray, do you believe that he's going to be an Eagle?
I believe he's going to be an Eagle.
How much money guaranteed does he get? 40?
Over 50.
50. So he's essentially getting 3 years of virtually guaranteed money.
Can I say I'm not totally on board with this one?
I'm not. I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
There's no way I would do it.
You're not giving Phillips the money.
I think Phillips is they're a good club. He's a good player. It's just devil's in the details. Like I said, if it's a 2-year, because here's what happens. He has a good year one, but not a great year. He gets injured year 2 because he does have an injury history. Now are you bringing him back making $25 million a year, or are you cutting him? I want to be able to cut him. I don't want to have to bring him back and he plays 8 games again. I at least want the option to feel it out or to get him to renegotiate it back down. I don't need to make this guy a $25 million player for 3 years. That's my point about it. I don't know.
Right. I don't want him 25 for 3. The Bryce Huff deal. Maybe you could talk me into that. What was that $317 a year? But that was under a different cap. Like,
right.
Price goes up, and also he knows he's got you.
And that's bad Howie. That was reaching, thinking you're the smartest guy in the room, because a lot of times he is.
You know who is a free agent that is a defensive end?
Oh,
Derek Barnett.
He's still playing?
Yeah, he was with the Texans last year.
I don't think he had a bad year either.
What's his nuts? Hargrave got cut. So he's available out there. I don't know if they maybe don't like Hargrave down there or something, because he when he's been a free agent, they haven't tried to bring him back. He's really good at getting to the passer. That's for sure.
Yeah, see, Phillips is so young. Like, I got to believe, man. I have to believe that there's a little bit more than what we saw. He had his moments where it was like, okay, this dude's the real deal. But then how do you go through some of those stretches where you're not really getting after the quarterback at all? And if anybody...
High pressure rate, though.
Yeah, well, if anybody was able to get home against Purdy and the 49ers, maybe we're looking at a different result.
Ray really likes the pressure rate. He doesn't care much about sacks. He likes it, right? Like a lot of people out there, I don't care about the sacks.
Oh, yeah, it's just a number. It's just a number. You're altering the quarterback.
All right, so...
just to be clear, last 3 seasons, sack total, Derek Barnett, Jalen Phillips, both 12.5.
No. Wow.
So, Ray...
There's injuries in there. Please don't come after my house. I'm sorry.
So, listen, we're first. Hashtag it. BBB. Bring back Barnett.
Wow.
Hashtag it now and say first. Like we're the first comment on some blog in 2014.
Stumbled into that one.
Hashtag
that one up.
BBB. Bring back Barnett.
He would mess up. It was always him. Was the hashtag. Mm-hmm. It's always him.
Think about the fun we could have when he jumps off sides and Sirianni's head explodes.
It's always him.
It's a personal foul.
Tweet it out right now and get the station to hashtag bring back Barnett.
Oh, good God.
Spare no expense, Ray. Yeah. Spare no expense. All right, Dallas Goedert's value. A lot of people think he's leaving. Dallas Goedert's value.
I think Dallas is right in that area with like your Cade Ottens, your David Njoku's. Like David Njoku is probably a good example of like a guy who, highly drafted, highly productive, a little older. I think both those guys are probably right around 10 million, maybe a little bit more. We'll see. It's interesting too, though, because like there's that part of it where can you mitigate some of the cap damage by signing Dallas Goedert back? Like, is that a factor for the Eagles?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying close attention. I was trying to Google something, and it's making me select all squares with the motorcycle.
Oh, you got to like that. I would just say, it's just make sure you're not a robot. Or a bot, whatever they call it.
Right.
I would say, like, that's the number that he was signed at. I just don't think that that's going to get the job done with Dallas.
Guaranteed money is what matters. Ray, how much guaranteed money? So think about it. If teams say 3 for 36, he's probably getting like 18 million guaranteed.
Okay.
Or 20 million guaranteed. So you're essentially getting a 2-year guaranteed contract. And then they cut you.
If he's offered 3 years, there's no shot in the world he ends up an Eagle again.
But really only a 2-year contract. No, because they're not, like, they just want to space out the cap numbers, and the guaranteed money's really whatever.
Yeah.
What are you willing to do for Goddard? Because he had said it, Njoku may even get more money. And I don't know about him, man.
Yeah, he's young, a tad bit younger. He definitely he was already making more money.
And he was on a bad team, so he may come to a good team, and you're like, damn, look how good he is.
He does seem like he's a little bit quicker, a little bit more athletic than Dallas Goedert from the naked eye.
I like the idea of it. I have to imagine they have somebody in mind if they're willing to let Goddard leave.
Agreed.
Because they have nothing behind him.
No, I totally agree with that. They definitely have a name or two. But even then, look, you go down the list of free agents as far as tight ends are concerned, a lot like the wide receiver core, where it's like, wait a minute, do any of these big names at the top of the list move you at all? It's the same thing with the tight end spot. It's like, do any of these other names move you? Kate Otten is a name that everybody keeps pounding the pavement for to go to the Eagles. I don't know. Jonnu Smith, you got Njoku.
He interests me because he's had some success. He's just never consistent enough.
Yeah. Noah Fant is available. Like, these are the guys that you're picking up on your fantasy team in week 7, week 8.
All right, Raiders released Geno Smith. That's just coming down the wire. No surprise
I'm good.
there.
I'm good on Geno. Not even a backup.
We could put both players on the field at the same time. Could bring them in, run trick plays.
Or maybe
not.
we should just ask ourselves, if Geno Smith was put into the Eagles offense, what level of success would the Eagles have? 610-632.
No, thank you.
I do want to call it 20 here. Timeout.
Yeah.
Are they moving Tanner McKee? Remember, everybody was saying that we're going to get this pick and it's second-round selection and all that. Like,
Zangaro said he would do it for a third. I don't know what the value is. No one's really asking. Part of the problem is that, like, no one's focused on that, so nobody's really digging around about Tanner McKee.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like they want to trade him.
It seems like everybody's podcast has him going for like a third. And if they get a third for him, it seems like they would go for it. Like, Greer was on this podcast, and we don't have the audio of it because we already kind of covered this conversation earlier in the week with Tanner McKee, but it was basically the same exact thing Zangaro said, where it was like third round pick, probably would do it. A lot of interest last offseason. You're in a weird spot with him. Like, you value the backup quarterback position.
That's obviously the talk behind the scenes, even if Breer's just catching it secondhand from some other reporter. Like, yeah, they might move him for a third.
Man, I'll tell you what, I need to go down the timeline and search some of these tweets because a lot of people were way over the top with their McKee love.
I was signing into an extension at one point, I think.
Well, I'm just saying as far as trading him, I remember people were like, you could fleece the team into a first-round pick. Like, wait, what?
But if he would have came out and played great,
different story.
In that start, and I don't even remember what game it was.
It was the last game of the season when they played the reserves.
Commanders.
Yeah, he was horrible. You could definitely get a team like, wow,
yeah,
he looks good. Because when he looks good, he looks good. All right, Reed Blankenship. We're not talking a lot about this. He could be an Eagle, seriously, that could be leaving. Here it is.
And the other guy is safety Reed Blankenship. I know they like him. He's a captain. Wears a lot of hats on that defense, and Vic Fangio loves him, but that's just not a position the Eagles are going to pay. And they have to, there's going to be some tough choices they're going to have to make. And if he's getting $10 million a year, which is possible with the cap exploding, I don't expect him to be back as well.
Like, I put him behind guys like Brian Cook, Kobe Bryant, Cam Curl, Nick Cross. There are some good safeties in the market. So,
yeah, I am all about it's interesting because if you can get him at a valuable number, I'm fine with that. But this is definitely something that seems like he's going to be able to get more money elsewhere. We know what Reed Blankenship is. Maybe some other team would talk him into. He's a good player. I'm not ripping Reed Blankenship, but
you want to pay him $10 million a year?
Correct, and I think there's better talent out there.
Uncle Jamie on the text line says Jalen Phillips is worth four for $100 with 45 guaranteed at least. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, to another team for sure.
It was a big get. I don't want to see him
if not
elsewhere.
more.
No, to another team for sure.
No, I know, but we have our opinion on it, and then there's what the Eagles are going to do. There's no reason to believe that they're not going to have Jalen Phillips back.
Right.
Agreed.
It's only if they get outbid.
And it's a ridiculous amount where it's like we're not going 6 years, and no one's going to give him that. It's just a matter of how much money he's going to get out there. And remember, Vic Fangio wants him. He's a Vic Fangio guy down in Miami. If Vic says that you want him back, you're going to make Vic happy. And you don't have other defensive ends, by the way. Look at your defensive end room.
Eagles got a couple holes to fill. No doubt about that.
More than a couple.
Yep.
And we had James Palmer, our insider, on earlier this week. And Ray, what did he say? And I'm not asking you to play the sound, but what did he say? He said,
keep your eyes out for Dallas.
Look out, because there's going to be some Eagles players that could be going to the Cowboys. And he mentioned...
hopefully Reed Blankenship goes to the Cowboys.
He mentioned Blankenship. He mentioned the Kobe Dean. Or I mentioned Blankenship. But he had said, look out, Dallas Goedert. Crosby may be going there.
You know what play I'm running if he goes to the Cowboys? Saquon Barkley.
Right at him?
Toss pass.
Jalen Phillips has been mentioned as a...
As it turns out, Christian Parker loved everyone.
Right.
Christian Parker was the biggest fan of everyone on that defense.
It's kind of like Bo Bichette and Don Mattingly. Bo Bichette was going to sign with the Phillies because of Don Mattingly.
Right.
And then he took a 1-year contract.
Well, the Eagles' defense was good, so why was it so good? I don't think it was because of Reed Blankenship.
He loved the weather, Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, I would say right up the front, you get the bread man, and then, of course, you got Coop and you got Quinyon.
Blankenship, for what they needed him to do, was really good.
He played well.
But you can't sign everybody, and he's one of the guys that you can't sign. You need to draft a player or like Howie sees and sign a guy for a 1-year, $3 million contract. You're like, wow, he's really good. And then you figure it out later.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Cooper DeJean's going to need a new co-podcast host.
Oh, but can't they don't have to be on the same team.
No, you absolutely have to be on the same. Wait a minute. We're crossing streams here?
The Kelsey brothers? I mean, the top podcast in the world?
Jason wasn't a player with the Eagles when they were doing it, was he?
Yeah.
Huh.
I feel like it started that last year.
Well, brothers are brothers.
They're in the Super Bowl.
They're brothers
together.
for life, man. They're Super Bowl champions together. They're the exciting whites.
Okay, so wait a minute. Time out. Another 20. You mean to tell me Cooper DeJean and if Reed Blankenship signs with the Cowboys, you would be okay, both of you. You guys would be okay that they did a podcast.
That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question.
If it's the Cowboys,
objection, leading the witness.
If it's the Cowboys, you would feel a certain way about it. Are you kidding me? A gold mine, a Cowboy and an Eagle, 2 white defensive backs, gold mine.
People be furious.
And they watch it too, or at least other people would watch it.
Coop, if you're
listening,
Coop, you can't do it.
So
no way.
But it's now you have to recruit another white guy on the Eagles. Who's that? The punt returner that they don't even want anymore. What's his name?
Oh, come on, man, Britton Covey.
Covey's pretty excited.
And who was better than anybody else they had?
Well, you got Will Shipley.
Kind of stinks.
Oh, come on, Will.
I don't know. Blankenship I did a broadcast with Blankenship. He's a good dude, man. He's cool. He is.
Yeah, he's just going to get money elsewhere. And I don't hate him. I don't hate the player. I hate the game.
All right, 610-632-0975. Oh, do we have voice memos to discuss?
Go.
We have voice text messages. So we're encouraging this in addition to phone calls and text messages. And actually, you know what? You have angry text messages?
People just mad that you're mentioning the eagle emoji with Max Crosby.
Angry Ray Dunn coming up with an angry text message. Also, instead of just texting us your words, you can text us what you have to say. And we have more of them coming up right after this. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Days away from free agency. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by Papa John's. Introducing new pan pizza from Papa John's. Order a medium 1-topping pan pizza, just $11.99 when you download the Papa John's app or at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Jalen Phillips, Nakobe Dean, Dallas Goedert, Reed Blankenship. Those are the top 4 free agents from your Philadelphia Eagles. Who will they retain? Who will they let walk out the door? We're going to find out next week as legal tampering begins on Monday in the NFL. The biggest story in the NFL remains the future of both Max Crosby and Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown. The latest Ian Rappaport had on the A.J. Brown saga.
So this certainly seems like it's going to be the Patriots or the Eagles for A.J. Brown, with an answer likely coming pretty soon.
If that answer happens, we'll be sure to bring it to you. Speaking of trades, the Flyers traded Bobby Brink to Minnesota for David Juracek. This is coming off a 3-0 loss to the Utah Mammoth last night. Trade deadline in the NHL is today. They're in Pittsburgh playing the Penguins tomorrow night. You catch that game on WMR. Sixers in Atlanta tomorrow night with Hawks. You catch that game at 6 o'clock right here on The Fanatic. This update's also brought to you by Discovered. You know what's accepted at 99% places to take credit cards nationwide. If you guess Discovered, you guessed right based on the February 2024 Nielsen Report. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Palmer say that if you look at him naked or something?
He
Topless.
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 Agreed. He's everything I would want to be. He's a good dude. He does charitable stuff. It doesn't seem forced or anything like that. He's reading books.
Can I say that when Palmer was on, I had one of those moments where I was thinking about other things going on with the show and I wasn't totally locked into what was happening.
Yeah, which happens as a producer, sure.
Right. And when I heard him say topless, I was like, holy smokes, where did Marks go with this conversation? You know, sometimes you get down to the King of Prussia Mall. I didn't know if you guys had some Montgomery County,
We have a Montgomery County connection for sure.
yeah, some spot that the two of you know about where people were topless. I was like,
Think
what
about
the
it.
hell?
If you grew up by a mall like I did, I used to walk to the Willow Grove Mall. Same thing with Palmer. You got to have some kind of mental connection.
Dude.
Being like that, the mall was the biggest thing in the world in the 90s.
You know, I went to the mall the other day to go buy a birthday present for my wife, and that's another story for another day. But I was cruising with my little guy in the stroller, and as I was walking around, it hit me. I'm like, man, I used to just terrorize malls with
Love
my friends, and it was just great. And now I'm cruising the mall with my boy, my 9-month-old boy. Pretty funny stuff.
Next generation.
That's it.
There you go. All right, so check this out. We have some voice memos on AJ, but we have angry text messages from people out there about me talking about Max Crosby. So now, angry Ray, because reading the text message doesn't do it justice. Ray gets angry and reads the text messages, so we know.
I think this is more annoyed.
But you can be annoyed, Ray.
Let's hear annoyed Ray.
Ray, please explain to John that Max Crosby has always used the eagle in his post because that's his college mascot at Eastern Michigan.
Well, who is the
Ryan
texter?
in Somerton.
So Ryan or Brian?
Brian.
Brian in Somerton, if you listen to the show, we've talked about it more than a few occasions. We know the reasoning behind the eagle.
Although we've got multiple reasons, though.
Yeah, but who cares? It's still fun. You don't think he uses that eagle now knowing that we eat it up as fans? It doesn't mean that he's coming here because he has the eagle. I know that. I'm not stupid.
FYI.
Double entendre.
Crosby's nickname is the Condor, hence the eagle emoji.
man.
In Collegeville.
Is he really the Condor? I'd never.
Another annoyed text?
I did not know that.
I didn't know it either.
The Condors. That's a good nickname.
But it doesn't.
Don't meet many Condors.
If Lane Johnson doesn't tweet at him, we don't ever bring it up again unless he's putting out more eagle things. I don't like it. Yeah, we know the backstory. Who cares? It's supposed to be fun.
Also, with A.J. Brown, why would you want to get rid of him?
Right.
He's the best wide receiver.
Right.
Who are you replacing him with?
Somebody else.
Yeah, look, Howie will make things happen. Obviously, they're not going to go to battle with Devontae Smith and John Dotson as your 1-2. Like, that's not going to happen, right? We understand that this is what Howie will do. And, oh, by the way, if he fetches whatever it is from A.J. Brown, multiple picks, yeah, I expect him to go ahead and expend that capital somewhere.
Have you heard the cut of Max Crosby talking about playing in Philly? This is on a podcast. I don't know what podcast, and I listen to most of them. I can't keep track of all the podcasts out there, Ray. But he was on a podcast, and if you think that he puts that eagle out there just because of his alma mater or whatever, you are mistaken, sir. Here's Max Crosby. I don't even think they led into this being a Philly question. This was about, so just go ahead, play whatever we got.
Like cities that really have like substance to them and like true fan bases and love for their city and the game. And like going to Philly, like you can feel that energy when you go there.
Man.
Like there was people everywhere downtown. We stayed right downtown in the thick of it. You know how Philly is. They're rowdy. They're crazy. They're flipping off the buses.
Just giving you the bird.
Yeah, they didn't give a damn about anything. And then we pull up. We're driving up to the stadium. And I low-key, like, I never do this. But, like, I was driving into Philly. And this is the first time I've ever played in Philly. So that's why I took some pictures. But I was driving into, there's trees and just all white and just fans everywhere in the tailgate. And you could just see the stadium behind. And I took a couple dope pictures because it's like, this is my first time ever playing there. And it just, like, if you're true, like, if you love football, like, that's what you dream of as a kid, like playing in Philadelphia in December in a grimy ass environment. Like, that's exactly what you dream for. So I loved it.
Did he just go Philadelphia grimy ass?
Hashtag Philly guy. I mean, so
let's go. First of all, that's his podcast, The Rush.
Is that his podcast?
Oh, I'm a huge listener. I've been listening to Rush forever. Not Limbaugh, The Rush with Max Crosby. Fantastic. No, I kid you not. But he does. He's got a great following.
You know what?
He's been doing it for a long time.
I'm including another first round draft pick now.
Yeah, you got to get him. He called us grimy ass Philly. I love it.
And he loves it. Is that a guy that would understand playing here?
Yes.
Or you can have the pressure rate king, Jalen Phillips.
He's altering the quarterback's play. He's got to step up. He's got to get away.
He'll be fine when they don't trade.
Give me
him
the
back.
guy that gets home and, oh, by the way, appreciates Philly for what it really is. I like that.
He said it's what you grow up as a kid.
I remember
thinking about
that cut.
playing in Philly in December.
Yeah.
In the grimy ass.
Here's the two guys. One believes it's the best weather he's ever been a part of,
True.
and one believes it's the grimy-ass place to play.
Let's just get both. Let's sign both.
Yeah.
The best weather, best grimy environment.
Cat be damned.
There you go. Yeah, so give us some voice memos on A.J. Brown. Because, by the way, like the annoyed texter with A.J. Brown, I understand. And maybe the thing that I'm not paying close enough attention to is if we believe this is a team that we're trying to win a Super Bowl, and they are trying to win a Super Bowl, you have to replace A.J. Brown. And that hasn't exactly been the strength of Howie Roseman. Typically, they haven't done great with wide receivers, although he's evolved. He really has. The Eagles, all the mistakes they made before, they've corrected them, and there's a reason why they've been in Super Bowls. But they do have to replace him. So you're right about that. I understand. But here's a voice message on AJ.
Hello, gents. Roy from Sicklerville checking in. First time, long time, all that good stuff. A couple segments ago, you guys were talking about being unhappy. Well, I'm unhappy that we're talking like an A.J. Brown trade is a done deal. I think the best version of this Eagles team is a version with a fully engaged A.J. Brown. So I'm hoping that coaching staff can get him to buy in this season. Obviously, trading A.J. Brown alleviates a lot of noise in that locker room, but whatever production you get back from the trade or whatever you get back as far as a draft pick, that's not going to, match what Brown gave you last year. Like, despite all the noise, he's still a top 8, top 10 wide receiver in the NFL, and the Eagles aren't at a point where they can give up that kind of production and not miss a beat. So anyways, I would love for A.J. Brown to be back here. Good stuff as always, gents. Brace, I need you to break out that Serato and mix in some Chill Moody with all that Yak Rock you got going on over there. But as always, go Birds.
There you go. All right. That's my guy, Roy Burton.
You can also request songs on the voice memo. Is that Roy Burton?
That was Roy Burton.
He used to do the show with Natalie and Ashworth. Yeah, the Eagles Outsiders.
There you go. That's a good pull by you. I would never have guessed that name.
Roy, he did a good job. I was always a fan.
Roy is just a diehard all things football fantasy guru, knows what he's talking about, and he's right when it comes to A.J. Brown. Like, nobody wants to get – I don't want to get rid of A.J. I don't.
Can I play insider for a second?
Yeah.
Well, as far as with A.J. Brown – the Eagles don't have to get rid of him. They can easily bring him back. He's not a problem in the locker room. But is A.J. Brown really happy? But the Eagles don't have to trade him unless they get the value that Howie Roseman's looking for.
Yep, that's been said. They played that right. I'm at the point now where we're past it. Like, it's a done deal. He's out. He's out. He's out of Philadelphia.
I agree.
He's
a Patriot.
I went from 70 to 90 in the last hour. I'm at 90%.
As you guys become more convinced, I'm becoming less.
Oh, see.
The more you guys lean to this, I'm starting to feel like, you know what? Maybe they can work this thing out.
Totally fair. All right, another voice memo on, all right, give me more.
Tim at Northern Liberties. I'm a construction site supervisor. I'm hopping on the phone and I'm calling the Raiders and I'm saying, hey, I'll give you A.J. Brown if you give me Max Crosby. Seems like it takes care of two problems for both teams. They got the first pick. Fernando Mendoza is going to need somebody to throw to. Might as well give him A.J. Brown.
So a lot of people have said that, and we appreciate the memo. I think what you would have to do is trade A.J. Brown for a pick and then trade that pick to the Raiders, because the Raiders, you're bringing up the young quarterback and he needs weapons. But is A.J. Brown really the guy you want to come in and nurture the young quarterback?
Oh, he's a nurturer. Yep. You have him right there on the tee.
Hey, kid, you want to succeed in this league? You throw me the football, all right? That's how this works.
Well, that's my question is, okay, so they released Geno Smith. Like, what do they plan on doing? Are they playing Mendoza from the jump? I don't think that's
probably not.
That's not a good call.
They signed a Tyrod Taylor or a Gardner Minshew. I don't think they want to bring him back, but you know what I mean. They signed a bucket of water and
I need two gloves.
Yeah, Pickett, man.
Pickett time.
Yeah.
You're right.
Gardner Minshew's still cruising around that van.
As bad as he is, probably.
That van might get a little smug, little ugly scent out there in Vegas.
I can imagine it smells like cologne in there. That mullet.
Musty.
All right, so I mean, like with Max Crosby and everything else, I don't believe that is going to be, his price tag is going to be more than the Eagles want to give up. If it's Myles Garrett or it's Micah Parsons, they would give up 2 first-round draft picks plus. For a guy like Max Crosby, there would be a huge upgrade. I don't think they're going first and second round. And it feels like the market's going to drive that price tag up. But I mean, I guarantee you how he was talking to the Raiders about it, but it seems like too clean of a trade for a lot of teams that need a defensive end and don't mind spending the money. The Eagles have a lot of high salaries and a lot of players that are going to need high salaries soon. Mitchell, DeJean, Carter. I mean, like
that's part of the equation too.
Jordan Davis. These guys are all going to make big money.
And these are the things that we don't discuss, but absolutely are at the top of the list when it comes to Howie Roseman.
Yep, without a doubt.
You have to. You got to look down the road.
So check this out. Coming up, we actually have, it's the first reported offer for A.J. Brown from the Patriots.
Ooh.
All right?
Wait, we got an offer?
And I'm telling you, it's more than you probably would think.
Huh.
All right? And the latest from Mike Garafolo recently discussing what is the latest on A.J. Brown. We have that for you coming up next. This offer, Howie Roseman said no to. And it's a lot more than you think. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
The Sixers are in.
This is a 1 seed, John. This might be the overall 1 seed.
It's a 1 seed.
Yeah.
You remember the Doobie Brothers were on What's Happening? Which Doobie you be?
That's it. That's in your wheelhouse. I know you're a big What's Happening.
Danielle Spencer
Sanford
D. She
all
just
that.
passed away in the last month or two. Oh, yeah, no, the black culture TV from the late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, man, so good. What a fool believes. Take me back to 78. They don't make it like this anymore, John. They don't make it like this.
Uncle Jamie checks in with, you have rock stars and you have yacht rock stars. The yacht rock star, like Christopher Cross, isn't a rock star, but he's a yacht rock star.
Yeah,
and he certainly is.
Yeah, I could get down with that.
All right, enough of that crap. We have real business to get to, Sean Brace. All right, so our buddy the Cuz, Anthony Gargano, on his show on PHLY, has reported that the Eagles received an offer. And I was trying to confirm this with Violations Greg, but it's out there on social media. Did you see the same thing? So the Patriots are said. I'm reading from an account for a guy that is he's a blogger for the Patriots.
Okay,
and he has the video of Anthony and Mike Garafolo, and he says the Patriots are said to have offered a first and a third round pick in exchange for wide receiver A.J. Brown, but the Eagles declined, per Anthony L. Gargano. And then we have Mike Garafolo. They asked Mike the latest on everything, what he's hearing. Here's Garafolo.
Really, all eyes are toward New England right now to see if that's a possibility. And because, you know the connection there. It's been talked about, and they definitely have been talking to them. There's no question in my mind. And they have to make a decision because they're coming up on free agency here, and Alec Pierce has been a guy that's been mentioned in connection to New England. I've had people go, Pierce's deal's already done to New England. It's that time of year where it's like, okay, we're still 3-4 days away. I'm sure that there's been talk between the Patriots, and even though it's not supposed to be, talk between the Patriots and Alec Pierce. So, at this point, we're coming close. Now, there's a couple of ways this plays out, right? Maybe you get to the start of the league year and Howie goes, okay, like we're keeping him. He's in the fold. And then we get closer to the draft and maybe it rekindles. And then we get into training camp, the season. Now you're after June 1st, which I know is preferable from a salary cap standpoint. There's a couple of ways that this could play out. And frankly, it's a challenge for Howie to figure out how to do it, not just from a personnel salary cap standpoint, but from a personality standpoint.
All right, so I'm seeing people tweeting that he said that, but he didn't tweet it out. So I'm gonna step back from the first and the third thing that he said just until I actually see somebody else pick it up.
Gotcha.
But here's one thing that Garafolo did say, which was that he said that it's going to happen in the next 2 days. Is what he thinks is going to happen. I think he gets here's Garafolo.
Yeah,
and this is on Anthony's Twitter. I think he gets moved. Today's Friday. It's got to happen in the next 2 days. Buckle up today. Mike Garafolo on the A.J. Brown trade situation.
Now, is this a lap buckle, or am I going full throttle over the shoulder strap here, buckling up?
Got to be over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder? Okay.
Sounds like full throttle.
All right. Well, that's good because I'll be live tomorrow, 1 to 4, boys.
Happening Sunday.
So you guys said this earlier, and then I was like, no, I think this happens over the weekend. If they're getting real offers that include a first-round draft pick, maybe at some point that, like, the Patriots are offering value that Howie's like, I would take this trade.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to just take it. Because, like I had said earlier, that's when the Patriots say, listen, we want to trade A.J. Brown. This is the best offer we're going to give you. Otherwise, we're going to have to look in a different direction. And then they kind of lean on that. And if they're offering a second and then something else, and Howie says, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
If they want the player, they're going to give up at least a first-round pick.
And that's it, right? I don't think anybody would be upset. You might have some people that really dive deep into the draft from Patriots' perspective to be like, oh, man, that's a value, blah, blah, blah. But all that stuff goes out the window when they suit up. And AJ shows what he is really worth. And what's funny part is, like, if you are one of these teams, maybe the Buffalo Bills who decided to go with DJ Moore yesterday, or the Baltimore Ravens who seem to be content with sitting on the sideline here, like, you're going to be kicking yourself in the keister come September. Because AJ is that good of a player. He is a special, special player. And have you seen him shirtless without a top on? I mean, do you want to talk about ticket sales, people? I kid.
Topless is impressive.
We know how good he is. So if you're one of these teams, AJ Brown performing, he's definitely going to win the $500 prize. There's no doubt about that. But again, to close it up, though, if you are a team that has an opportunity to get him, I can't believe you're not going to go ahead and pull the trigger with a first and a third. Quick question to you, though, John, is this. I know you walked it back, and that's fine.
Well, we got something else.
All right. The first and the third, like, that's not good enough?
If that actually happened, and Ray's listening to it right now, if that actually happened, I don't know how with a straight face you say no, it's not enough. Right? Anything can happen. If you're convinced that you want the player and they just released Diggs, Howie's usually got a pretty good read on the situation.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. A first and a third, are you kidding me? They're gonna if something like that happens, they're gonna melt down in New England because they're already saying, "Oh, I'd maybe give them a third." Right?
Yeah, he says first and third.
So Anthony's reporting that they were offered a first and a third, and Howie said no.
Wow. So he says no for a reason.
He thinks he can get more.
Absolutely.
One and a two.
Is that what it is? Now, is it a chance that the third isn't this year, and that's one of the reasons? I hate to get too deep into minutia, but maybe
they don't have to make a deal just yet. So if you know they want the player, everybody knows it's a negotiation. Right? So unless they say, I doubt Elliott Wolf at this point, the GM of the Patriots, is going to say, oh, you know what? Screw you. We're going to go sign Mike Evans now. No, Mike Vrabel wants A.J. Brown.
Yes. That's a good point.
And even if you have a GM, Mike Vrabel doesn't work for Elliott Wolf. He works with him.
You want me to win a Super Bowl? Go get me A.J. Brown.
And you tell me who you think who wields more power in the organization, Vrabel, who just took him to the Super Bowl, or some dude?
Yeah, if this is a Vrabel deal, it's just pony up and watch out.
Ray, where's your percentage?
Is it time to tell Maz that he's full of crap?
Yeah, really. We have to get this up there to. Well, we need Garofalo to say. We need somebody to say it on our air.
I do need that as a drop.
Can
Howie
Cola
Roseman is full of crap. I need that
on the board.
Yeah, on the board.
Can we get Cola Rulo to confirm that so he can come out with his own? He is our Birds insider, right? Ray doesn't believe so.
I'm not walking into those waters.
Well.
You're just getting me on board with the A.J. Brown trade. Don't get me on board with it.
He can make some calls to confirm if that's somewhat accurate. It could be by the way, it could be put out there as misinformation.
Yeah, there's always a little of that.
I got an idea where he's getting that info from.
Diana Rossini?
I'm not gonna go on Fox and reveal my sources, but
gotcha.
Sorry, I gotta stop saying
it's
that.
all right.
Gotta stop saying 610-632-0975. We have a huge announcement for the show.
How about that?
All right, and listen, we're not going to give you any other tease other than that. It's a huge announcement for the show, much more important than the knockout tournament, which Crossing Broad said was not a huge announcement for the station.
Radio bores.
Boo.
This is not going to be a radio bores.
No.
You suck. This is huge. Think like Colin Cowherd leaving national media to come do a show here.
Wow.
Me getting bounced.
That would be major.
Something like that.
Whoa. Are we getting the AI version of him?
A guy that kind of looks like him.
What a freak. What a freak.
1:30. Your chance to win a spot in the knockout tournament representing Middays with Marks and 76ers tickets. That's at 1:30. But coming up next, we have the news at noon with Ray Dunn. Ray, what do you have for us today?
A story that kind of tells me a little bit about Zach Taylor and his lack of awareness. We got Cam Newton very excited about something, and Rick Pitino. More because I'm excited about seeing Rick Pitino tonight.
Love it.
Seton Hall, St. John's.
All right, make it about you, Ray. That's great.
It's news at noon. It's my segment.
You're right.
That is true.
Very college basketball coach heavy.
Player podcast.
Oh, he loves podcasts.
Yeah.
How could you not, man? That's how I spend all my days.
It's true.
My friends haven't seen me in months.
All right, that's coming up next. Middays with the Marks 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Where will AJ be? I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's the question that we're asking here in Philadelphia, and pretty much everyone across the NFL is asking right now. Where will AJ Brown be for the upcoming 2026 season? Will he stay in Philadelphia? Will he be dealt somewhere? The latest from Ian Rappaport.
So this certainly seems like it's going to be the Patriots or the Eagles for A.J. Brown, with an answer likely coming pretty soon.
We'll see if that answer does come soon. Mike Garofalo saying potentially over the weekend. Anthony Gargano reporting that at first and third may have been offered to the Eagles from the Patriots. And Howie Roseman said no. We'll keep you updated with anything that happens there. We're days away from legal tampering in the NFL. That begins on Monday. Elsewhere, it is NHL trade deadline day. The Flyers traded Bobby Brink to Minnesota for David Juracek. They lost last night 3-0 to the Utah Mammoth. Flyers have the Penguins tomorrow in Pittsburgh. Sixers are in Atlanta tomorrow for the Hawks at 6 o'clock, and the Union have the San Jose Earthquakes down in Chester tomorrow. This update is brought to you by Orderly Meds, affordable GLP-1s. OrderlyMeds.com gives you access to semaglutide and tirzepatide, often up to 50% less. Visit OrderlyMeds.com/radio. Individual results may vary. Eligibility required. See site for details. I'm Ray Dunn, your own for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Africa's a good song.
Yeah, that's an easy one to say. You're right. Yeah.
Correct. All right. As we mentioned, Anthony Gargano, formerly of 97.5 The Fanatic, now of PHLY, reporting that the Eagles have been offered a 1 and a 3 for A.J. Brown. He said that he didn't know if it was a 1 this year or next year, but that the Eagles declined. I don't know how with a straight face I would have said no. I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, it has to come down to the first, or excuse me, it has to come down to one of those picks not being this year, right? Like, not all picks are the same.
Or he
They're
just feels
equal.
like he's got time before free agency starts, and
That
why not
too.
squeeze something else out?
That too.
Now, there might have also been another, I don't know. I mean, was there another draft pick involved that the Eagles have to give them? But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it sure seems like that there's something going on. Before we get to the news at noon, let's go to Matt in New Hampshire. Matt, what's up?
Hey, guys. I just heard the clip of Maz, and I can't escape Maz because I'm from New Hampshire. I'm a Pats fan. I begrudgingly listen to them every day, too. They're great, but you know how it is.
Yep.
He thinks everyone's full of crap. I hear that probably every day about something. But I think the thing is with the Pats is that the Crafts historically are pretty cheap when it comes to spending actual cash.
True.
and they hide behind the cap when it's about the real money the Crabs refuse to shell out. I think that's the big thing. I think the Pats will be willing to do it, and I hope so. But I think it's going to come down whether the Crabs are willing to spend the actual money.
No, Matt, you're dead on. And it doesn't really get talked about enough following New England sports, where you would think the Crabs, this Regal franchise, all these different Super Bowls and everything else, they don't spend a ton of money. They really don't, and they do hide behind the cap. But if Vrabel's saying, you were just in the Super Bowl too, if Vrabel's saying we need this player and it's an obvious need, also, Matt, the salary cap, if you're acquiring a player, and explain this to these guys up there, if you're acquiring a player, all you do, like A.J. Brown's probably going to want some new guaranteed money for a trade, right? So you give him a new contract with a little bit more guaranteed money, and he gets it now, and then you do the contract any way you want to. They can easily fit it under the cap. I just think it's a matter of how much they give for him.
And that's what Felger and Maz say too, which I'm kind of surprised Maz says he's full of crap, because Felger is usually like, give me a napkin and I'll fix it for you.
Yeah.
Right? I'll write it out for you. I'll fix it. So I'm surprised that they feel that way about Howie, because usually they're the ones calling the Pats full of crap, which usually they are anyway.
Right. Right. No. You know what's
anyway.
weird? You know what's weird? Just listening to the stations, I'm trying to get a feel for what everybody's saying up there. No one seems to really want A.J. Brown. It's almost like, yeah, we give up a 3, maybe a conditional 2 for him. Right? We'd be frothing at the mouth for A.J. Brown here.
Yeah, and it's we see Alec Pierce, and they're like, oh, they see another Julian Edelman, even though he's 6'3", and
not enough white wide receivers on the team.
Say, it seems to be a theme there, Matt. Just pointing
it's
something
a Pats
out.
Thing.
Oh,
we love. Give me Alec Pierce, give me whoever. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind it, but only paired with Diggs, and Diggs is gone now. So what are you going to do?
That's right.
All right, Matt.
Thank you.
Good stuff, buddy. Man. All right. Good call.
Need a white receiver up there. Okay. Edelman, Amendola.
They've had a lot of success with Kevin Hogan was with the Super Bowl. He had a big play in the Super Bowl, right?
I
Former
saw
lacrosse player.
When I was out there in Vegas for the Super Bowl, I walked through the Wynn Casino, and I was able to recognize Danny Amendola. And I floored the people, because he had no hat on. I'm like, that's Danny Amendola. And people were like, how the hell do you know a Danny Amendola? That's right. You could pull me Cody Ashley in a Phillies uniform, and I have no idea who it is. But walking through the Wynn Casino in Vegas, I'm like, there goes Danny Amendola.
So hang on a second. If it was Edelman, because I'm such a big fan of Dudes on Dudes podcast, I probably would recognize him.
Sure.
I would have recognized Amendola.
Would you have?
Who is,
okay.
Let's face it, he's hot.
Yeah, he's a very good-looking dude. He pulls. A matter of fact, that's a big deal right now. Is like who he was just tied to somebody.
He always has some model or some celebrity person that he's dating.
Edelman's not married?
I don't know. Maybe. All right. Well, so here's what we're going to do.
One of the Patriots that ended up with a beautiful wife.
The first report out is saying that the Eagles have been offered a first and a third. It's not been confirmed, but it's from a reputable source. A first and a third. On the text line, if you want to send us a text, voice memo, or on the phone line, it's all the same number, 610-632-0975. Phone lines especially. Would you take that if you were offered first and a third? Is that enough for A.J. Brown? If you say nuts, you just don't want it. You say no, you just don't want A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
A first and a third for A.J. Brown seems a pretty reasonable trade for me. We'll get to more of that coming up after the News at Noon with Ray.
News at Noon with Ray Dunn. News at Noon with Dunn.
All right, a couple of football conversations, then we'll get to the college basketball one with Rick Pitino. That's all about me.
Slick Rick.
We're going to start with Joe Flacco and the night that he had. If you remember that Thursday night game he had against the Steelers when he gets traded to the Bengals, it's going to save the Bengals season. Joe Burrow might be hurt. No worries. Joe Flacco's here. I can't believe the Browns dealt in division to the Bengals to help them out. Remember, Mike Tomlin was crying about that going into the game. He ends up getting beat by Joe Flacco. It was great. Threw for 300 yards, all these touchdowns. And then came postgame, where they're talking about having a meeting the next day. And Flacco asks when it is because he wants to go back to New Jersey, spend time with his family. You know, Thursday night game, get the long weekend. You don't have to sit in that Friday meeting if you throw for 300 yards as a 40-year-old man. Zach Taylor had other thoughts and had to be convinced by the Thursday night football crew, the studio crew, to let Flacco go back home to New Jersey?
You know, I'm back in my office after the game. It's probably 11:45. I come in here and decompress, you know, for a while after the game. And he calls me. He's like, hey, what time do we need to be in tomorrow morning? You know, I'm trying to get a flight to go see my 4 kids that live in New Jersey. And I'm like, you know, we're at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll get you in, get you out, and you'll be done. You catch a flight. So, oh, okay. I appreciate it, you know. And then you guys FaceTime me about an hour. And you're like, what are we doing? We're making our 40-year-old quarterback, you know, come to meetings on a
Let's
Friday.
go see his kids, coach.
It hadn't really hit me like that, and he wasn't going to ask me. He's too nice of a guy. He didn't want to ask me, so.
Took Ryan Fitzpatrick and Andrew Whitworth to convince Zach Taylor that, hey, maybe your 40-year-old quarterback just tossed for 300 yards deserves to go see his family tomorrow.
It's very odd.
Yeah, odd's a good word for it.
Yeah, and it's like, look, these coaches are just head in the sand. They don't pay attention to anything. And, you know, I don't know if they want to give anybody special privileges or you would consider that, but you're right. Like somebody bringing in Flacco when they did, it's like, yeah, man, he doesn't need to be here. Keep it moving.
Agreed. Yeah, I think you know where he's going to be at a strip club in Atlanta or he's going to Vegas to party. No, like it's exactly what it was.
If you're going to dial up a podcast to make a call on your behalf, which one are you going dudes on dudes? That's probably a good one to start with. Hey, Edelman, I need you to call the boss.
No way on a Thursday night is Gronk sober enough to make a call on your behalf.
That's a good call. You're right about that. I'm actually calling Max Crosby the Rush. You know he's going to be sober. There
For
you
sure,
go.
yes, absolutely.
There you go. The Condor.
Oh, my God. All right, Ray.
All right. Speaking of odd and Atlanta, Cam Newton has received word that Magic City Night is happening at the Hawks game. And he's asking the big question that no one else dares to ask.
Will the dancers be there too? I mean, we need to know. That need to let people know if I'm going to be busy that night.
Okay, on the 16th.
And they already checking all the bags. Because do we need to bring our own? Because if we going to have the whole Magic experience.
Your mama got magic, baby.
This will be a halftime show for
Hey, come on.
I'm asking for somebody. Because I don't know. That's the old me. Now, if they had the dancers performing too.
That's the old
Hide your kids. Put them little jokers away. Mama and daddy going out tonight.
Come on now.
Specifically daddy. It's an all boys trip. The fellas night.
He's something, man.
I'm thinking about doing a complete 180 on Cam Newton and liking him.
I've always been a fan, but there's levels to Cam.
He's a lot.
Yes, a lot.
Kind of like
a
Stephen
very
A.
nice-
Stephen A's a lot.
There's
You see his value.
I think there's many more levels to Cam Newton. First of all, Cam's got 9 kids. I'm looking at an article right now. Pretty funny there.
A lot of kids.
My old ways. Yeah, gotcha.
So interesting Cam Newton story. I saw somebody was like a LinkedIn connector of another LinkedIn connector, right? My buddy Andrew Bach that's been involved in radio so he cold direct messaged, cold DM'd somebody on LinkedIn and said, hey, this is Cam Newton, verified account. Like I'm looking to get into the podcast, whatever, and hit a podcast background. Not like a super duper executive, like a producer.
Okay.
And he started being his producer and built this podcast for a couple of years, and now he just left for something else. But he told the story about the cold DM he got in LinkedIn from Cam Newton.
That's
Imagine
crazy.
waking up and going to your DMs and Cam Newton.
I think there's plenty of women that have experienced that.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But
That's
not
one
for
thing.
business.
Yeah.
Like he did it to somebody for employment.
He is. Look, he comes from money. Obviously, the number 1 overall pick. He was able to cash in and an MVP, had a great career, all of that. But post, it feels like he's got something going.
Finding himself.
Yeah, he's very smart, unique. He loses me with the whole the 15 layers and the hats and all. Like sometimes you could dumb it down, right? The flash isn't needed at all times. That's all. But it's his style. Then go with it. Who am I? I'm just saying, like that podcast clip was a perfect example. Sure, it's unique. It's different.
But could you watch 10 minutes of that?
The editing on my head was spinning. Like I'm doing circles over here. Like
it was good editing.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, there you go. Oh, we going out.
Yeah, that's what we need your alter ego to do the same thing.
Kelly's never been to a strip club.
No, you going down to Atlanta, Magic City? By the way,
I'd take her to Delilah's.
Horsham honks.
Yeah, I'd take him to Horsham.
Double visions. No, when you're almost nude for the next Horsham hunks contest.
She said she'd be there.
Okay.
She said she would come.
She can get behind the velvet rope with Ray and me and some other listeners. Maybe Herb will come do it. All right. Well, so lastly, Ray.
Lastly, we got Rick Pitino. And Pitino went on with Colin Cowherd because, he could win the Big East. Tonight, he could win, get himself to 18 wins in the Big East, need some help from Marquette tomorrow to make sure that UConn doesn't get there. But Rick Pitino, the problem with basketball is not AAU. What you've heard about American basketball, it's not AAU's fault. It's those damn parents.
Well, the easiest thing to do is blame the AAU system. And I'm not one of those people that do that. I would rather blame parents than I would AAU. I think parents today are way too involved in their children's careers as far as growing up. The parents need to just sit in the stands, enjoy the game, and let the kids develop a love for the game.
It makes his job a lot easier.
Right. Imagine being the parent that he was on the phone with that morning talking recruiting.
Rick Pitino is a gift from God, man. They don't make them like they used to.
Nope.
They do not.
They sure as hell don't let you get away with what they used to as well.
Nope.
Is he wrong, though?
Well, I don't think so.
I think he is. What, so just sit in the stands?
No.
You don't just sit in the stands. I understand what he's saying. Yeah. To stop being a pain in the ass. You don't he's a kid.
These people are crazy, man.
Yeah, no, I know
Did you see on the main line that story that was last week?
Yep.
Dude, we're talking second graders. Second graders literally had to kid got hit. People went to jail. It was insane, and it happens all the time. Parents need to relax when it comes to kids in these sporting events. No doubt about it. I think we could all agree with that. But no one wants to do it. That's the issue. It continues to happen. It's man, I'm all about yelling and having fun and cheering on your kids, but people are crossing the line all the time these days.
Yeah, it was the bare knuckle boxer.
How about that?
That went crazy down at some bar in Center City.
Johnny Cannoli?
Yeah, do you know who he is?
I have no idea who he is until yesterday.
Yeah, now I do. I don't want to say too much because I'm worried he would find me and kick my ass.
Well, here's my take on that. Fair. If you're in Karate Mark would probably tell you exactly this. When you are that dangerous, you can't be fighting people. When you train, you can't be fighting people.
Yeah, the video that's out, I don't really know how much fighting he did, but it was definitely a bad look.
He ran up on somebody in the video and grabbed the phone, and that is a huge no-no. You could punch people in the face and get away with it more than grabbing somebody's phone.
But the whole bare knuckle thing, when they had I can see why it sells out and so popular. It's also the last place in the world you're going to find me. There were fights in the stands.
Oh man,
it's like the UFC guys on steroids that want to go watch it live. I'm out.
Not only is it selling out,
it's so popular.
I texted my buddy. I texted Roy this last weekend. There is one that's coming to Leacourse Center, I believe, and apparently you don't know who you're fighting until you get into the ring.
That's something else.
I'm actually doing that promotionally for Temple.
There you go. It's insanity.
Well, I was just thinking Ray in a referee uniform would be the ultimate to make that better. Dude. Doesn't he kind of look like he could be a wrestling referee?
He definitely looks like he'd be.
They would turn on me. I'd get my ass kicked by both of the people in that ring.
I could see Ray being knocked out until he needs to wake up so he can count to 3 because someone hit somebody with a steel chair. The manager interfered.
Yeah, those bare knuckle people are insane.
That's something else. Those guys are tough.
It's a different sound. It sounds different.
I don't know how they sanction that, to be honest. Pretty hardcore, man.
And they sell out.
No, it's for good reason. It's very popular for good reason. Yep, no doubt about it.
For a reason.
And by the way, Johnny, what was his name? Johnny Cannoli?
I think so.
Big fan. Not trying to rip it off. Big fan.
I commented on the Instagram page dude, are you kidding me? Come on.
Yeah, I did not do that. I just said it on the air.
He's tied to the Flyers organization.
And the Flyers said he's actually not.
Oh,
at some point, he held a clinic, and I think this is true. He held a clinic they asked him to hold a clinic to help the young guys fight on the ice.
I want to call 20 on that because I know our association. It was in the Enquirer's headline. So that's the reason why I said it.
But the Flyers were like, he's no longer associated with the Flyers. He was never paid by the Flyers. This was
good work by them.
Workshop. Oh, yeah, for sure. They distanced themselves pretty quickly, right?
Yeah. This is, again, we want to be very clear with Mr. Cannoli and all things regarding him.
Big fan.
We are not condoning fighting, but we are not condemning you specifically.
That's Sean.
He can't be
That's
doing
just Sean.
that. Come on, Johnny. You know, you got a little bit of a fan base happening in this city, and
apparently a cop fist bumped him after it.
Oh,
as he walked away.
All right, well,
it's being investigated.
Well, it should. You can't do what he did. allegedly on video that
like
I saw with
said-
my own eyes.
Like I said, yeah, I mean, well, I'm a big fan.
Who hasn't
of
wandered
Johnny
down
Cannoli.
Sansom Street and gotten into a little bit of shenanigans?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So check it out.
Not when your fists are weapons, deadly weapons.
According, if you're just tuning in, it's the lunch hour. A lot of people getting in their cars, go to, where are they going? Wawa to get a hoagie?
No, actually, probably going to
Pizza shop.
Isgra's to get a cannoli. That's what I'm hungry now.
Maybe. All right, so Anthony Gargano on his PHLY show has reported that the Eagles were offered a first and a third for A.J. Brown, and that the Eagles said no. So the reason why I think the first would be this year, if indeed this report is true, they're picking 31st. The odds are the first-round draft pick next year isn't going to be 31. In fact, maybe the Eagles would say, hey, we'll take next year's first round.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you're getting something in the 20s or even the teens. Who knows what happens with the Patriots next year? Look at Washington this past season.
I want this year's.
Well, I do too.
Yeah.
Nobody likes next year's pick until it becomes next year. It wouldn't stop me from doing it, but if you had 31 and your own pick,
man,
hoo-ah!
What are they replacing them with? Like, that's the issue. It's like, wait a minute. I get it. Maybe you don't draft that player from the wide receiver perspective, no doubt, but
I'm going to put this on everybody. Ray's got. Are you going to be angry, Ray, reading text, or just Ray reading text?
Just Ray, because they're not like too critical of you. They're more just critical of the pick itself and the trade.
Of a first and a third?
Yeah.
All right, well, give me some.
Pats are 31st. That's a second, and a third is almost a fourth at that point. That's not a good deal. Why would you want this year's 31st? Hold out for next year's one.
Okay. All right, I understand that. But if it's this year and next year's third, you do it. How about that?
Sean from Downingtown with this one. No, don't accept. You never accept the first offer.
Agreed. That's why Howie said no. And if the team wants the player, they're not going to say, fine, we're gone. No, the team wants the player. So if you want the player, you hang around and negotiate. Now, maybe the Patriots don't offer anything better, or they say, all right, we'll do this, but you have to give us this. And Howie, I think there's a big portion of his brain that gets scratched by getting even more. And I think
it's how those general managers work.
Right. It's like, you know what? Watch this. I'm going to get another draft pick. I'll get a fifth out of him. Watch this.
Well, I tell you what, when you start talking about somebody in the manner that they do with Howie Roseman, it's like, oh my goodness, check the phone, and it's Howie on the call, and it's like, whoa, oh my goodness, it's a serial killer. They don't want to pick up. You want to probably just mess with people, keep it going, keep that conversation going with all the general managers, make a phone call. So I'm not saying Howie's wasting time, but you would have fun with that, right? Like the way that he gets discussed in NFL circles, on television, podcasts, all alike. They fear Howie Roseman at this time of the season. So Howie is, I'm sure, excited to get some capital to work with, but at the same time, it is a tough pill to swallow that you're going to say goodbye to a player like Howie or like AJ.
Do you remember the Jimmy Johnson draft value chart? Didn't you have it laminated?
Oh, yeah.
Right together before. Ray, do you quote that still?
Of course. That's what I've been doing every time we get an offer back here. I'm just looking at the chart.
Teams actually still look at it.
And remember, it wasn't laminated. I had to laminate after I took it outside. It was raining.
Like Rich Kotite.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Jimmy Johnson, and this is courtesy of our producer, Uncle Jamie, Jimmy Johnson point chart has a package of a 2026 first rounder, the 31st overall, and a 2026 third rounder, 93rd overall, equals 728 Jimmy Johnson points. And A.J. Brown is looked at as 728. Or did I just say that? Yeah. No, and A.J. Brown's looked at as so it should be the approximate equivalent to that is pick number 24. So in other words, the value is right there for A.J. Brown, according to the Jimmy Johnson draft value chart.
I'm going to Dave & Buster's today after the show with my daughter, and it's like the ticket. Like I'm walking into like the room where you got to buy things. That's what's going through my mind right now.
A sixth-round pick, 50 more points, get the big stuffed animal.
I mean, I could get J.J. Brown. Come on down.
And you throw it out next week because
those
plastic
things,
stuff,
those things.
Whatever. Yeah. All right, so Ray, first and a third, if they come back and they say, sorry, that's our best offer.
If I am forced into trading A.J. Brown, if A.J. Brown has voiced to me, this ain't going to work for me, I need somewhere new to go, then a first and a third is okay with me.
And also, Garofolo also said that he thinks it's going to happen. He thinks it's going to happen in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Right?
Sunday, after Sean's off the air.
Right.
Or Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Saturday.
It happens Saturday after.
No.
4:30.
You mean if it happens 4:30 on Saturday, I'm fighting someone.
4:05.
I'm going to look up Johnny Cannoli. I kid. Probably won't want to do that.
We'll cut that.
Yeah, that would.
All right. Text line 610-632-0975. Phone line 610-632-0975. Voice text. Just go save us as a contact, 610-632-0975. Go to us and send us a message, but hit that little plus sign. Up pops audio. And then you can leave us a voice message, and then we quickly turn it around and we play it. It's like another way so we can get the itch of hearing somebody with their take. A first and a third round draft pick is what's being rumored and being reported out there. Eagles said no. Are you taking that offer and running with it? Are you still against trading A.J. Brown? Even for that's some booty, man. That's booty. You know what I mean? Like when you're talking about pirate booty, that's some pirate booty. A
Not
first and a
Keyshawn.
third. Are you not Keyshawn Booty of the Patriots? He would team with Keyshawn Booty of the Patriots.
That's right.
But give us your text line, phone line, text line, thoughts on that. Also, we have some voice memos on Max Crosby. That's coming up next. And the latest from Ian Rappaport from earlier today. That's all ahead. Middays of Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
A.J. Brown Watch continues. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. This month at Morgenstern Hair Restoration, they're including a free Almatad treatment with your hair procedure. That's $1,000 value free. Call 610-831-HAIR or visit morgensternhair.com. We're still waiting to see what will happen with A.J. Brown. Indications are we're going to get a resolution in the next couple of days. Earlier on in the show, we played for you the latest from Ian Rappaport. But again, Rappaport saying it's pretty much down to whether it'll be an Eagle or a Patriot.
So this certainly seems like it's going to be the Patriots or the Eagles for A.J. Brown, with an answer likely coming pretty soon.
Once we get that answer, we'll provide it to you. This, of course, coming days before legal tampering begins in the NFL. That begins on Monday. The Eagles with Jalen Phillips, Jacoby Dean, Dallas Goedert, Reed Blankenship amongst their pending free agents. Today is the NHL trade deadline. The Flyers traded Bobby Brink to Minnesota for David Jiricek. They're coming off a 3-0 loss to Utah Mammoth last night. They've got the Penguins in Pittsburgh tomorrow night. Sixers in Atlanta tomorrow play the Hawks. You can hear that game right here on The Fanatic, and the Union hosts San Jose Earthquakes. This update is also brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal where you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find exclusively at Walmart and at straighttalk.com. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
It's not yacht rock. I don't find this yacht rock.
You don't?
The other one's yacht rock.
It's 80s, but it is this one.
It's a great song.
This one, when you Google yacht rock,
It comes up, I know.
Yeah.
But this goes outside the walls of yacht rock.
This reminds me of like being down in Sea Isle and Secret Service. What were they? Sunday nights, I forget. Yeah, probably lemonades,
Every
all
night.
that.
Every Sunday night, yeah.
Yeah, every Sunday night. Now you got Gypsy Wisdom. Those guys and girls kill it. Maybe I don't think that they're playing Toto, but they could do it. But this reminds me of the Shore. I don't know why.
Above average cover bands.
Love it.
Secret Service was great. There used to be Love Seat Mama Jump would be one.
Yeah.
That I like. That wasn't the biggest fan of them, but they were very good. But Steamroller Picnic, and I'm talking about turn of the century, right when I was like 21, 22, 23, they would play Marilyn Manson, Beautiful People. They did everything. And they were really, really good. Steamroller Picnic was one of my favorite cover bands. Ray's in a cover band, you know.
Boy band, yeah.
We got some great cover bands. Split Decision.
Decision
Still
is an
doing
OG,
it.
yep.
With Jay. Jay is a listener, a good friend of the program there. Shot of Southern. You ever see those guys and girls?
No. LeCompte.
Oh, LeCompte's still
They've been around for 40 years. I know
Still doing it.
Pete Cherokee wife, Lisa, performs with them a lot.
Big Rube Frank gets on the keys with LeCompte.
Yep.
That was his profile pic for a few years there.
Then now we do Yacht Rock, because I think LeCompte is at least he was one of the chickies every whatever. I don't know.
He's everywhere.
Yacht Rock show into LeCompte, and Sean's up there singing Def Leppard with him
Let's
at one
go.
point.
With Rube on the keys.
It's awesome. All right, coming up, 1 o'clock, you want to represent Middays with Marks in the Knockout Tournament. How about 276ers tickets? We play Knockout Sixers Trivia. That's 1 o'clock. After that weekend watch party, and then 1:30, a station announcement that's going to beat any station announcement ever. Oh! And I'm declaring that.
Hey, now.
Will we become Yacht Rock 97.5? It is possible that it's as big as that. So big station announcement, show announcement.
That's pretty good.
I'd say, it's a station announcement, but it's a show announcement too.
Yeah.
1:30. So that's coming up. All right, can I give you the latest? I have something courtesy of somebody on Instagram saying Josina Anderson said something. The current price tag for A.J. Brown, a 1, a 2, and a player. Is Howie talking to the GM in New England, and he puts down his phone and he says, "Watch this." And Elliot, I want a player as well.
That's good.
A 1, a 2. Hey, check this out. And a player. Okay, Howie, we'll get back to you. Thanks. Bye.
And never pick up the phone again. That's a lot. And look, I sit here in this chair and I pretend like I'm a general manager, and it's an easy one for me still. Like, I don't think that I get it in the grand scheme of things. That's a lot. Maybe the player, you're kind of throwing me off a little bit there as far as the player is concerned. Maybe from a general manager perspective, but the first and the second, I'm getting A.J. Brown.
He's just effing with him at this point, Howie.
Howie Rose was full of crap.
I like that. There you go. Now, Josina is a gal that does get some things from time to time. She's been a little twisted in the wind lately with the Shador Sanders love.
I mean, listen.
We all have our favorites, and clearly Shador or Dion is the team that she's pulling for. However,
here's her tweet.
She does have connections.
Here's her tweet. I'm told that the Eagles have floated a first, second, and a player asking price to the Patriots in exchange for A.J. Brown at some point in talks, per league sources.
What does it mean when you float something? What does that mean?
Hey,
Howie Rose was full of crap.
Hey, Howie, what are you thinking? Like a first and a second, like a player.
That's floating.
Somebody like this player who's probably like a quasi-starter that they think is better than the Patriots are using him for.
I want to float an idea by you.
Let me float it by you.
Howie Rose was full of crap.
That is so good. I'm a spit Red Bull everywhere. That Boston accent, with all love and respect, I know I'd probably talk like a mutt, whatever. But I don't know if I could handle that. 4 hours
Every
of that.
day?
Howie Rose was full of crap.
Not a lot of joy, when they won the Celtics won the NBA championship. Mm-hmm. They weren't happy because it was too easy of a path. The only thing they could talk about was the path. They literally, and you could Google this, it's well documented. They didn't take enjoyment of it because it was too easy to win a title.
It's awesome. They find a way to hate everything. It's great. I could never live that way. But
that's sick.
Yeah.
No wonder why Missoula wants to choke everybody out. Got to deal with that nonsense.
I can't wait. This whole Tatum coming back to Jaylen Brown's team. Oh, it's going to be peak up there. I can't wait.
Who typed the Embiid thing on the screen?
That was me.
Is that you? All right, so we do have some breaking news regarding Joel Embiid.
Oh, here we go.
The Sixers say Joel Embiid has begun individualized strength and conditioning work, but is not on the court yet. Will be evaluated again in approximately 1 week.
There you go. As we talked about, they said 3 games and he'll be reevaluated. Well, now they're saying they're going to reevaluate him again in a week, which means we're going to be a week away from then. Now you're talking about another how many games? 6 games?
And oh, by the way, looking at what's coming up next week, they've got the Cavaliers, they've got the Pistons.
Yeah, you guys were like, no, that's ridiculous. It's the time to tank right now.
No.
Edgecombe hurt his back. Why? But why?
Oh, my goodness.
He is also TBD for tomorrow.
Yeah, like why?
Because
they can't win without Embiid. You're going to lose the next. Let's say you lose 4 or 6.
Number one,
whatever.
I'll give you 2 reasons. Number one, we have knockout on the 25th. Number 2,
okay,
Paul George returns on the 25th.
Dude, can we just get you a jersey?
The Regions Paul George truther, Sean Brace.
I'm telling you.
Nobody talks about Paul George like you.
Literally, nobody. I can't believe I've fallen into this trap, but
no,
it's
but to
the
your
reality.
point, who was talking about this with Paul George? To your point, he is a good player.
Mm-hmm.
If he's on a good team, he can really add something.
Deep team.
The problem is this team's not good.
Yeah. Well, with a healthy Embiid, VJ Edgecombe, a little bit more
you're right.
relaxed Max.
I'm trying to be down there. Championship contender.
Here we go.
Sexy is out.
Sorry, Sixers, that I have to have this reaction, but
I feel like I sound like Tony Romo here. That's honestly, that's how I feel right now because you want to make the case that this season still has plenty of juice left with 20 games, but no one wants to hear that.
By the way, tickets available Sixers.com if you want to come down to the knockout game, which is on the 25th.
Oh, very nice.
You can get your single game ticket.
Do you know how cheap tickets were going for the Jazz the other night?
Maybe not discuss that here, my man. Yeah, not a lot.
$7. You could have got into the game for $7.
I know.
Or you could have gotten in by getting a question right in our Sixers trivia knockout. Coming up.
You could be Ray, who paid full price. He was at that game. Sucker.
I was the guy that told us to keep the season tickets.
Yep.
My friends hate me.
All right, let's go to Matt. Matt in Bristol's got something on Lecomte. Matt in Bristol, hello.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, how are you today?
What's up, buddy?
Great.
Little wake and bake from Andy's Diner or no?
Oh, now we're cooking, baby. Now we're cooking.
Sounds like we're waking
Yo,
bake
man,
today, right now. Go ahead.
It's awesome to have something finally worth listening to past 10 a.m. during the week. I'm glad that you guys are back. I'm very glad.
Well, listen, I mean, Bill Cole, I do got to say this. Bill and Ricky do an excellent show, and I think you
I
should
listen
try
to them now, too, man.
Nice.
I would have never listened. If you guys hadn't started coming on, and now
How about that?
Ray, can we get that?
I'm very,
Can you say
very
that?
happy.
Thank you.
How about that? I think he's our winner. Go ahead. Well,
All right,
I don't even know.
So I'll continue onward and upward to bigger and better things. And I'd like to chime in a little bit about the Eagles, too. But
sure.
Little known fact, little Mike LeCompte knowledge for you. He was in a band called Tangier back in the day, and that was the very first MTV rock video that Pam Anderson was in.
Come on.
Song was called Stranded. I just thought I'd let you know about that one.
He was in a group that had MTV. He was in a group that had an MTV video with Pam Anderson.
Oh yeah. They were a very good band. The band was called Tangier. They were a very good band.
Let me tell you something. Early Pam Anderson, I don't know if it can be beat. It might be the best ever.
Oh, she was unbelievable.
Oh, this is early too.
Before Tool Time and everything else.
Wow.
Yeah. Now,
wait. Let me pause you, Matt. Let me pause you. Which was featured. I'm watching this video right now. This is on Headbangers Ball.
Get out.
Wow. How about that?
You like that?
How about that?
I'll give you a little bit.
Good pull.
I'll give you a little bit of useless information. Just, send it out there. I got a question for you guys as far as the Eagles. Now, I have my opinion. If you could only pick one of the guys out there, which would be Blankenship, N'Kobe Dean, or I'm drawing up. Well, just let's stick with them two guys. I already know who I want. I'm keeping Blankenship. What do you guys do?
I think he's good. So, Matt, great to talk to you. Thanks for calling in on the random stuff. Blankenship is going to be more affordable, and you actually need the starter. He probably becomes too pricey for what you want to pay him. Nakobe Dean, you use the first-round draft pick on a linebacker that looks like he needs to play the position that Nakobe Dean plays. To give him Nakobe Dean, and honestly, I don't think his market's going to be that big because of the injury history, but he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
And because he's a really good player. And I think he's being undervalued as a free agent. In my opinion, if I had a need for a linebacker and I had money to spend, I'd easily go out and get Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, there's guys with injury history, and you got to go ahead and weigh it. Understood. If I can get Nakobe Dean on my defense, I'm signing up. I'm putting all that to rest. And again, unfortunately, two teams that I've heard mentioned, and it's this time, it's up to something season, so there's probably plenty of teams that have made a phone call, but the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. And if either one of those teams land Nakobe Dean, that could be trouble.
Wow. Crossing Broad has put out a poll on what our announcement's going to be.
Oh.
Wrong answers only, probably. We'll see.
All right, 4 options. You want to hear?
Yes, please.
Format flip.
We already said that. Yacht Rock 97.5.
Acquiring the Eagles' rights.
Ooh.
Could also be a possibility.
Caller of the Year bracket.
That's a good poll.
I mean, it's a good idea. I know it hasn't been done, so it's something we'll consider. Right?
And then the 4th option, the return of Mikey Miss.
Oh, how about that? How about that?
Google me.
I would certainly welcome that, the last one. I can't confirm or deny any of them. All right? I'll just say you have to stay tuned at 1:30.
Saw a video with Mike the other day on my timeline.
Doing stuff with San Filippo and I think Bob Cooney sometimes as well.
Was it on Patterson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does it. He's, you know what I think of Mike. Mike's is an OG goat in this business. 610-632-0975. What is our announcement? You have to stay tuned to 1:30. Could be anything. Who
Could
knows?
be one of those 4 options.
But by the way, Ray could be getting married, and we don't know anything about it. That would be considered a major station announcement.
I told you yesterday, I'm already married. My wife just goes to a different school.
Rogers.
Well, no, you married a Romanian, and she gave you $10,000 so she could get into the country. You know, I know somebody that did that.
Yeah, it happened a lot.
I actually, and I don't want to say anymore.
I don't think it could happen anymore, though.
I'll just say family. Yeah, I'll say that family married somebody from a different country for a sum of money.
Yeah.
That I don't know what it is, and they were married for a certain amount of time, and then they got divorced.
Yeah, those cards are.
Whoa. Someone will pay for the.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to get people into the country like that, sure.
Yeah, people want to become you just can't.
I would caution everybody that's listening right now, it ain't like it used to be. Okay, you used to be able to get away with certain things like that. Now, yeah, I would probably say you don't want to go down that path.
I could be bought.
Yeah, look at Ray.
I could be bought.
You see the light bulb go off in his head?
I could be bought for sure.
Go sell some plasma, all right?
Coming up, check this out. A really interesting rumor out of New York about a former Eagle. And also remember, top of the hour, 1 o'clock, we play Sixers knockout trivia for the spot in the knockout tournament and Sixers tickets. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
You never stop thinking.
Dan Ray?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so you love it. I feel like that we have to be in Northeast Philly for some reason when we do our first party. I don't know why, but the Chickies and Pizza in Northeast Philly seems like they have an unbelievable outdoor area. Have you ever been there?
I have not.
Oh, it's great. They updated it a couple years ago, made it massive. We could go crazy up there.
Love to go up there.
Feels like a fit. It definitely does.
I dig that.
All right, 12 o'clock hour of the program brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing, 48 months. Rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. Learn more. Service First HVAC. Ray, I need you to tell us about this rumor out of New York because I don't know.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We got Connor Hughes from SNY talking about the Jets' quarterback options this offseason.
Here we go.
And Frank Reich, the new offensive coordinator up there in New York, is apparently being connected to Carson Wentz.
Whoa, that was not where I thought we were going.
Once you said Frank Reich, that's when I started saying no.
Wentz, two sources told SNY, is believed to be Reich's preferred option. The two have a long-standing relationship dating back to Reich's time as Wentz's offensive coordinator in Philadelphia from 2016-17. Wentz's best season came under Reich in year 2. We all know that story. Reich brought Wentz to Indianapolis in 2021. There, the quarterback went 9-8 as a starter, completing 62% of his passes and a bunch of other numbers. There was a belief that the relationship between the two soured during that season, with the Colts deciding to move on from him after the year. Two sources confirmed the resentment was not between coach and quarterback, but between the player and upper management. No one loves Wentz more than Frank, a third source told SNY. While Reich may want Wentz,
get on the Wentz wagon.
Wow.
While Reich may want Wentz, he's not the only one. Wentz apparently has options outside the Jets.
Yeah, with who?
I don't know. Someone that's trying to
Well,
tell.
he can't get jobs until training camp or even then the season starts.
What was his injury? What did Carson Wentz suffer?
I mean, dude, I'll tell you what. For anybody that wants to poop on Carson Wentz, that dude takes a beating trying to play football still.
It was a torn labrum and a fractured socket.
Do you remember the game against the Eagles? They beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, he got smashed. He
sucked.
Yeah,
But, don't get me wrong, he can't play,
wasn't
but still,
good.
he's still trying to play. My advice for Carson Wentz is to hang it up. But he does not want to.
Not if you're a wanted man. You could get a contract still.
Well, what's he getting? That's Frank Reich trying to do a solid for his guy.
These guys don't want to be home. You know that.
I know that. I certainly do know that.
Yes.
And Carson, the only because the one time I remember him after he left the Eagles, he said he was at home with his wife reading the Bible.
Yeah, he's like,
okay.
Yeah.
And then you want to go to work.
That's it. Let's go to Minnesota.
So where are you with Wentz? Do you despise him?
No.
Honestly, I hope I don't want to see him get beat up anymore because when I watch those games, he takes a beating and he's not good and he wants to be good and he tries so hard out there. I worry about the concussions and things like that for the individual.
Yeah, I don't have anything ill will to say towards Carson Wentz. I just want him to be happy. No, I kid. Look,
A.J. Brown.
They were cliquey, right? He had his flaws with the Ertz and the Connor Barwin, right? If I'm getting it right. Remember after the game where it was the final
They were
game,
sitting on the
they were
bench
sitting on the bench.
together.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's one of the things that goes through my mind. But Wentz, if it wasn't for him in 2017 and the electric start that he had, the Eagles aren't winning the Super Bowl.
I've heard that before.
Okay.
Definitely. Now, would they have won the Super Bowl with Wentz if he didn't get injured?
I think so.
I don't know. Who knows? We'll never know. But the way that the improbability of Nick Foles coming in and outdueling Tom Brady to win a Super Bowl is about as Eagles of a way to win your first Super Bowl as possible.
Let's make some noise. Come on.
I think I can get behind saying Wentz would have got him to the Super Bowl, but man, to do what? Although, look, Foles and Wentz were both men of faith. So God came down and obviously he favored Nick Foles that afternoon.
Well, what's he got against Carson since then?
That's a good That's a good
If we're going the God thing, he must be a sinner or something.
It's so good. So good.
But, yeah, so it seems like he's going to be a Jet. Listen, I welcome it.
Oh, man. I need it. I need it so bad. Please.
To the
God,
Jets.
God, if you're listening to me right now, I ask for a lot.
Keep
Please
Carson.
let this happen.
When he went to the Commanders, it was so deflating because I'd finally gotten over the fine. He's finally out of here. All the people He's the best. He's the worst. He's the best. He's the worst. He goes to Indianapolis in the AFC. It's like, thank God. And they got a draft pick for him. Now he's back in the NFC East, and it's like, oh, Jesus. What have they done? And then he was terrible. Remember that game he was seeing ghosts? He couldn't stop getting sacked?
Yeah.
Oh, it was painful to watch. No, that game was fun. But
painful is a word, for sure.
Dude, he's bad. Why the heck? Frank Reich, they need to reconsider Frank Reich being able to make decisions in New York if they want to bring in his guy. I mean, Jesus.
Can we put to bed the Frank Reich being an Eagles analyst? Because if in the calendar year 2026, his answer to having a good offense is let me go find Carson Wentz, I think we could all say he's lost the fastball. Right. And the off-speed stuff. He's lost everything.
The bring in this offensive coordinator guy during the season was the old trade for this wide receiver when the Eagles had no wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Dayball's going to come in. That Craig Carton's like, I have everything answered. They bring in Brian Dayball. Oh, would you stop? That's not going to happen. So they actually have an offensive coordinator. Let's go to Ian in Northeast Philly. Ian, go ahead, buddy. What's up?
Hey, how you doing? So my buddy just texted me earlier while I was playing guitar, and he said you guys were talking about Tangier. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sean brought him up. Mike LeCompte.
Yeah, big LeCompte guy.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, great band. Glad they have some recognition. Stranded is one of the best songs of all time.
So so they're from the area? That's a local band?
Yeah, so I don't know if Tangier was local, but they came out with the song Stranded.
They were. Yeah, and we know LeCompte was.
Yeah, but they came out with the song Stranded in 91.
Wow.
If that song came out 2 years... So they were on Headbangers Ball, MTV.
Oh, yeah.
If they came out with that song 2 years earlier, they would have been, all over. But it was right before grunge came out.
Right. So maybe a little bit too late in that movement.
That makes sense. 91 Pam Anderson, though. Huh.
That's something.
She was transitioning from her initial modeling success to acting, notably as the whatever she was, the
lifeguard.
No,
the tool time
correct.
girl. Yeah.
Well, she was the tool time. That's exactly what she was.
But then when she played CJ on Baywatch,
oh, so good.
Is there anything better than Hasselhoff? Early Hasselhoff on Baywatch with a young Pam Anderson,
Donna D'Errico.
Wow. Some of the whatever other jabroni guys they had on the show.
Baywatch had some. Yeah, that was a great show.
I have I talk about my playlists. I have the playlist of the theme song on actually, it's in the system. I put it in the system, the Baywatch, the guys of return.
Baywatch started in 89.
Yeah, but then I think it came back.
Wow.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hasselhoff, he's big in Germany with his singing, but he was a big, there it is.
There it is.
Told you.
You can hear it.
You can picture what this singer sounds like, too.
Yasmin Bleeth.
Oh, hot.
I know better that he's still alive, so I didn't kill Hasselhoff, but how's he doing? Still eating burgers? Let me tell you. Oh, yeah. David.
Do you know the video we're talking about, Ray?
No.
So David Hasselhoff's hammered at 3 a.m. eating an In-N-Out burger, and his daughter's videoing him.
Oh, man.
And he's being more or less F you for videoing this. He's just eating his hamburger. He's so drunk.
Don't hassle the Hoff, baby. Oh, yeah, he's on Instagram. I just see a picture. He's got more plastic surgery than Joan Rivers at this point in time of his life. That face.
No, and his daughter you could tell the daughter was doing it because he's like, Dad, it's an all-time video.
Yeah, it is.
All right, coming up next.
Ooh, look at this. The Baywatch pinball machine, John Marks. That's pretty good.
Do you think...
with Pam Anderson on the cover. Or on the...
Tom McCulloch have it?
On the top.
That's awesome.
That's a cool pinball machine. Yeah.
You know what? We have to have Matt Cord text McCulloch and see if he has it. McCulloch's whole house is filled with pinball machines. He's a pro pinball player.
That's one remote we have to do. Just Todd McCulloch's house.
I'm sure the company would have no problem floating the expenses for that.
Sending us to the West Coast.
Right. And we have to take a plane to a plane to a plane.
Yeah.
Coming up, the knockout trivia for knockout tickets, a knockout spot representing Middays with Marks, plus Sean's weekend watch list.
Hey, now.
And the format flip right now. In order, Mike Misreturn is leading in votes. Caller of the Year tournament second. Eagles rights. We acquired the Eagles rights third. And more. So what is the announcement? Wrong answers only. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Days away from free agency. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Being days away from free agency means things are happening across the NFL. Some expecting that we will get a resolution on wide receiver A.J. Brown's future in the coming days. Ian Rappaport yesterday talking about the teams that he believes it's down to.
So this certainly seems like it's going to be the Patriots or the Eagles for A.J. Brown, with an answer likely coming pretty soon.
We'll see if that answer comes before legal tampering begins in the NFL on Monday. Amongst the notable free agents from the Verge, Jalen Phillips, Nakobe Dean, Dallas Goedert, and Reed Blankenship. Today is the NHL trade deadline. The Flyers traded Bobby Brink to Minnesota for David Juracek. They lost last night to the Utah Mammoth 3-0. They've got the Penguins in Pittsburgh tomorrow night. You catch that game on WMMR. Sixers in Atlanta tomorrow night for the Hawks at 6 o'clock. You catch that game right here on the Fanatic. And the Union hosts San Jose Earthquakes tomorrow, and you catch that one on WWDB. This update's brought to you by Taco Bell. Try the new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas with slow roasted chicken twice at Taco Bell. They only come as a pair at participating Taco Bell U.S. locations for a limited time while supplies last. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
Throw away the work to be done.
Let the music play. Oh, this is a jam.
Lionel.
And I can't look at this as yacht rock, although I guess it is. Technically.
See, I had that question too, because even I know this song. And I was like,
this is a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was on a yacht rock list.
Yeah.
But didn't feel yacht rocky.
Well, it's you have yacht rock stars that are already known being yacht rock, and then Lionel Richie's an all-time huge star. Here it comes. All
night.
All we are back.
Lionel coming to Philly on July 16th, Xfinity Mobile Arena.
I know he was a coach on one of the shows. Might be The Voice. Or, no, you know what? I think it's American Idol. Yeah, I think it's American Idol.
Nice.
So, you know what that does? Then they become relevant with all the people that have no idea who he is.
Yeah.
And then they go on iTunes and they're like, wow, this dude has hits.
Well, it's one thing to play, let's say, any other venue other than Xfinity Mobile Arena. Yes, so there's some back in there. You're right
It's like
about
with
that.
Adam Levine. My mom would never know who Adam Levine is, but because of The Voice and him being on The Voice, now she knows who Adam Levine is.
Of course she does.
Right?
Everyone knows who Adam Levine is.
Ray. Ray's very attracted to
Have
that.
you seen him topless?
Unfortunately, I have. He took his shirt off at the Super Bowl. I wish I looked like that.
That's true.
No, that's you, like the meme they put out, like what you think you look like on Instagram, what you actually look like. That's what you think you look like with your shirt on.
I agree. Yeah, with my shirt on, no, that's what I think I sound like, think I look like with clothes on, everything. I think my life is his, but clearly no.
All right. So we have a pair of 76ers tickets. Included with the pair of 76ers tickets, no pressure, but it's a spot in the knockout tournament. Not only a spot in the knockout tournament, Ray Dunn, a spot representing the Middays with Mark's team.
Now, I don't know if I heard this right this morning. Remember Dwayne, who won Redemption, who was like, oh, yeah, we'll get you on the team? I'm pretty sure he crossed over and went with the morning show this
Well,
morning.
I'm sure he did. 'Cause he said that he was there previously. So he's trying any way he can, which is fine, but that disqualifies him with us.
Yeah, it hurts a little bit. Like
Correct.
I told him, Redemption was needed. He tagged me in the video of him airballing last year and then missing 2 layups. And I was like, Dwayne, we'll take care of you.
And then
Really
he went
not.
to the morning show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to
Come on
cross
now.
over. So hurts a little bit.
Take that under advisement. All right. So, again, for single game Sixers tickets, go to Sixers.com. The game against the Bulls, March 25th at Xfinity Mobile Arena. So, here's what you're going to do. And, Nate, get ready back there with the phone calls. 610-632-0975. It's that simple. I have a list of 76ers trivia questions. So, it's Sixers from 2015 to present day. Okay? As Herb would say, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And that's the only criteria. We ask you a question. We have 6 people. You get it wrong, you're out. Last man standing. Just like knockout.
Yep.
We're playing it just like knockout. Whoever is less, if you're the 6th caller and 5 people in front of you get it wrong, you win. You may not even have to answer a question correctly. You probably will. 610-632-0975. We're going to start lining everything up right now. So get on the phone lines. Coming up in 1 second, we will start with the questions as we get the phone bank ready. The Sixers, the latest news, if you didn't hear it, was that Joel Embiid is like working out. He's going to be reevaluated in a week.
Yep.
So originally they said after 3 games we'll reevaluate. Well, now did they play 3 games or is it just 2?
The Jazz were third.
Okay.
Jazz were the third. Celtics, Jazz, Spurs. Yep.
So they reevaluated. They said, all right, another week, and then we'll reevaluate again.
Yeah.
We may be, I said this initially, with an oblique injury, like it's not tearing a knee, but yeah, man.
It's strained and it's tough because you got to go up and pull boards on. It's just not a good, I don't know what would be a good injury to have. Of course, to Joel Embiid, there is none, but this is definitely something he's got to work through. The issue is like, here we go again. And like I said earlier, I feel like Tony Romo just grunting like, ugh, like I got to sell it. I don't know. From the Sixers perspective, you can't rush it. But at the same time, like, dude, you guys are dancing with the devil right now. You barely beat the Jazz.
At what point do we just say this is the way it's going to be and how much longer can we do this? It's insane to continue doing the same thing.
Well, unfortunately, you have Paul George returning with 10 games left.
Well, I mean, listen, if Paul George wasn't coming back, I'd say
there it is.
Thank everybody.
I mean that sincerely.
I don't.
If he was not coming back, I would be saying, you know what? It'd probably be in their best interest just to miss everything.
All right, so hang on. This is 2010 on. All right. I forgot. I thought it was 2015, so I wanted to do 10 years, but I went back to 2010.
Okay.
So anything can happen here from 2010 on. Are we ready? Ray, give me a little music so we can play this. Who is your Family Feud host? Your favorite one?
Oh, Bob.
Bob?
Yeah, Bob Barker.
No,
Family Feud. Sorry, Price is Right was on my mind.
Well, game show host, you'd probably say Bob Barker regardless.
Family Feud.
Steve Harvey's the best.
No, but I'm not going him.
Ray Combs was very good.
Who am I thinking of?
Louis Anderson.
Thank you. There it is.
It might be the worst game show host of all time, Louis Anderson. They get the guy from Seinfeld that used to voice Ben FM. imaging?
He only did it for 3 years.
Louis Anderson?
Richard Dawson had
the original
2 stints. He went from 76 to 85, 94 to and 95. They brought him back for just 2 years.
All right, let's go.
Who
Start
the hell
it
is
off.
John O'Hurley?
He's the Seinfeld Jay Peterman guy.
I didn't know that.
Oh, so bad. Let's start off with Bill in Roxborough. Bill. Hey. Which team eliminated the Sixers in the second round of the 2019 NBA playoffs?
2019, would that be? That's before Atlanta, Toronto.
Toronto is correct. We
Nice
put you on
work.
hold. We go to Quinn in Haddon Township. Quinn, here's your question. What all-star guard did the Sixers acquire in a 2019 sign and trade from Miami? What all-star guard? And by the way, Nate is supposed to have double-checked all of these, so I'm hoping this is the case. Actually, let's move on to another one, just in case.
All right.
In November of 2018, Jimmy Butler was traded to the Sixers from what team?
From the, was that Minnesota?
It was Minnesota.
Wow, good pull.
Let's go to Michael in Parkside. Michael, are you there? Hello. We're going to put Michael on hold. We'll maybe circle back to him. Paul in Allentown. Paul, are you there?
Yes, I am.
What team did the Sixers defeat in the 2018 first round for their first process playoff series win?
What team did they defeat?
In 2018 first round, it was their first process playoff series win. 3 seconds.
It is 2018. It was Boston Celtics, maybe?
Incorrect. Eliminated. Michael in Parkside. Michael, are you there?
I'm here.
Same question. Who the Sixers defeat in 2018 first round? 3 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Was it the Bulls?
3 seconds is up, and the Bulls is incorrect. 4 men left standing. Lucas and Yardley. Lucas, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Which team eliminated the Sixers in the 2021 Eastern Conference Finals?
2021 Eastern Conference Finals?
That is correct.
3 seconds. 3 seconds.
I forget.
Lucas and Yardley is eliminated. We have Tom, who has not answered a question quite yet. Tom in Lansdale. Tom, are you ready for a question?
Yeah, it was the semifinals. They didn't make the conference finals. That was
I'm here. I'm here.
Which Sixers player won the 2021 Defensive Player of the Year runner-up? 2021 Defensive Player of the Year runner-up.
That's a
Jimmy Butler.
tough question.
Jimmy Butler is incorrect. Did I make an error in the last question that we had?
We had you said Eastern Conference Finals, but you meant semifinals.
All right, so
semi.
So can we get him back on the air, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
If you're here and you want to call back in, I apologize. I didn't.
The semis. He didn't give an answer, but it kind of threw him off with the finals.
Yeah, I have to ask the right
Hey,
question.
we're fair. We're fair.
Bill in Roxborough. Bill.
Phil.
What year did Embiid win the MVP? Wow.
26, 25, 2023.
2023 is correct. Congratulations. We put you on hold.
Nice work there.
Quinn in Haddon Township. Quinn, just so you know, no pressure. If you get this correct, you remain alive. If you get it incorrect, Bill from Roxborough wins. Are you ready?
Get it.
All right. Since 2018, what is the name of the Sixers G League team?
Oof.
It used to be like
The Sixers G League team. 3 seconds.
Sounds like he's got to call a friend here.
I don't know. 86ers. I'm going to go with the old one.
86ers is incorrect. Now, before we say Quinn is the winner, do we have Lucas back? Do we know this?
We do. We have Lucas back.
Lucas was given an incorrect question. The
That's good
wording.
work.
So, Lucas, I'm going to ask you a different question. If he gets this correct, you remain alive. If you get it wrong, Quinn wins. All right? Or is it Quinn that wins, or is somebody else? I'm sorry, we have too many
It would
people.
be Phil. Phil from Roxborough
Phil.
would be the one that would win.
So we need to get Quinn out of here because I put him on hold, I guess. Well-oiled machine.
It says Bill on one. It's not Bill. It's Phil.
Phil? All right.
Smooth up.
Are you ready, Lucas?
Love it.
Yes, I am ready.
All right. No pressure here. What Sixers guard was traded with Ben Simmons for James Harden? What Sixers guard was traded along with Ben Simmons for James Harden?
PJ Tucker.
Is it PJ Tucker? It is not. Phil wins the tickets in the spotted knockout. Phil, congratulations.
Thank you.
You have the answer?
Steph Curry.
There you go.
Yeah, with Steph Curry.
Oh, he
Phil's
knows
a
his
show-off.
stuff. All right, Phil. What's the name of the G League team?
Delaware Blue Coats.
Oh, yeah.
He's strong.
Let me see. Embiid won. I don't even know if this made the cut. Embiid won 2 scoring titles in what years?
2022 and 2023.
Correct. Phil? He went back-to-back. Embiid scored 30 and then 33.
Yeah.
And he would have won in 2024 before he got hurt.
Phil?
Phil might be our Sixers insider.
All right. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to... How many head coaches have the 76ers had since Doc River, since Brett Brown was named head coach?
Counting Brett or no?
Counting Brett.
Well, it was Brett, Doc, and probably Nurse. Just 3, right?
3 is correct. What player was first with 84 first-place votes when Ben was second? Ben Simmons was second with 15 second first-place votes in 2021. The defensive player of the year that year was who?
It was either Draymond Green or Rudy Gobert. I'll say Draymond.
Draymond was third. Rudy Gobert, 84 first-round votes, but you were still right on it, man.
This guy's so good.
You are unbelievable. All right. I don't even have anything else.
Phil, should they tank the season, Phil? Let me ask you.
They should.
No, there's already so many teams way worse than them.
That's
They're going
true,
to tank to get what? The 20th pick?
Phil? Well, no, they have plenty of picks in the 20s from that stupid trade they made for McCain. Yeah. Phil,
Worst trade ever.
Yeah, so are you as good at knockout as you are at answering Sixers questions?
I mean, it'd be tough for me to be that good, but I'll try.
Correct answer. All right, bro. Who are you going to bring with you?
My son.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, man. Looking forward to meeting you. Congratulations. Hang on a second. Ray will
love it.
Get all your details.
Yeah, I'm glad we changed the name up over there.
Phil.
It was throwing you off because it said Bill.
And he kept correcting me.
Phil.
Perfect.
Just
well,
so good.
and in Nate's defense, 6 phone lines ring at once.
It's quick.
So he has to get them up because otherwise I'm going to yell for him to put names up and stuff. Negative Nate has a lot to do back there. He's back there falling asleep looking at Flyers blog.
Nate, come on, man.
All right. So is it time for something? We do it every Friday.
Oh, yeah.
What is it, Sean Bryce?
It is time for the weekend watch party. There we go.
By the way, real fast.
Yeah.
Huge station announcement coming up at 1:30. Do we become Yacht Rock 97.5? Stay tuned.
Ooh, that's a good tease right there. All right, couple items for you to pay attention to this weekend, and we open up with USA. They open up tonight, hitting the diamond for the first time in the WBC, taking on Brazil. Logan Webb is getting the ball in the WBC opener, for the Americans. However, Shohei was doing a lot this morning, and man, did he deliver yet again.
The 2-1 now. Tommy lights it up. It is gone. Tommy, of course. And the Tokyo Dome is on fire.
Oh, yeah. Ohtani, of course. He lit it up, as you just heard, a grand slam there.
It popped.
Yeah, 13. Japan hammered Taiwan 13-0. And Shohei just went off today. So WBC, of course, all eyes are on these next few weeks. Of course, we'll see what happens as far as Team USA. Big time favorite, John Marks. I'm seeing like minus 1,000 most shops taking on Brazil. Don't know much about the pitcher for Brazil, former minor leaguer. Last time he was pitching at a professional level here in the States, 2016. So
Yeah, it's probably not Angola against Team USA back in the day, but not far off.
I agree with that. All right, staying with the world of baseball, but bringing it back here with the Phillies. Andrew Painter getting start number 2 tomorrow. Alex Coffey has a pretty good write-up. Did you know this? Andrew Painter likes dessert, John Marks. He once ate an entire pumpkin pie in one sitting.
That's nothing.
He and his teammates would get $3 cookie skillets every Tuesday in Clearwater. I love a good cookie skillet.
I as well.
I mean, in the hierarchy when it comes to desserts, if you got a cookie skillet with the fudge on the top and maybe a scoop of ice cream, it's on.
So I would that would be one of my last. I like it. Don't get me wrong. But when I was at Disney, we went to Chef Mickey. Chef Mickey's a buffet, but they have desserts.
Mm-hmm.
They have soft serve ice cream that you pour yourself.
Oh yeah,
both the twist and the vanilla and the chocolate. But then they had like every kind of little cheesecake, mousse cake. That's my.
Throw it right on there.
Holy cow, key lime pie with this mango, like sorbet stuff. Oh, my God.
The cookie skillet gets me every time, though. I'm not a big dessert guy at dinner, but if you got a cookie skillet, bring it on over here to this table, please.
Ray, it's your birthday. What dessert am I serving you?
Ooh.
Doesn't have to be a cake.
I would probably go with a cannoli.
So I got really good cannolis from a place down at Disney called Tony's, which is in the Magic Kingdom. And I'm telling you, A-level cannolis.
Yeah, cannolis.
Birthday cake cannoli.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, really.
It was good.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, thank you, Andrew Painter, for that trip down dessert lane here. Once again, Alex Coffey for the Inquirer. Read that article. Pretty good stuff there. All right, in our third and final, excuse me, let me back up because Painter delivered 2 perfect innings on Sunday. Retired all 6 Yankees he faced. 1 strikeout, no walks, no traffic on the base path. Box score was clean. What are we looking for tomorrow at 1 p.m. versus the Blue Jays in Clearwater, John Mikes?
What am I looking for?
Yeah.
I don't know.
More of the same?
Yeah.
Anything else as far as evaluation with Painter?
Man, listen, I just need to see the stuff, and I need to see he goes out there. I don't know. A lot of times these guys are going out, and they're going out there with a purpose. They're working on one pitch. They're working on another pitch. But anything good that happens, I'm not going to poo-poo.
All right.
Because it's good. Yep. He gets blown up. It's not going to, you don't want to see that. But now I'm just looking for him to look good out there.
All right, tomorrow, 1 p.m., Blue Jays, Phillies, Painter on the mound. All right, number 3, weekend watch party. The best rivalry in all of sports, Duke UNC. Hit me, Ray.
Boozer switches onto him. Dixon the kick. Trimble! Got it! And Carolina wins it!
Duke, UNC. Duke's looking for revenge Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. after losing to North Carolina in the final seconds, as you just heard, February 7th. Duke led that whole game. I can't believe they did not win that game, and I can't believe they didn't cover the spread because I was on Duke. However, tomorrow is going to be a different situation. A lot of players are hurt for UNC. 16.5-point spread. Yeah, that's it's going to be a tough one for UNC. Duke, number 1 team in the country as well.
Great rivalry, for sure. Ohio State, Michigan football better.
Can't do it.
They literally fight on the field. Jason Avant was somehow involved in the fracas. Remember, Ray?
I do remember this.
You don't remember Tyler Hansbrough bleeding from his forehead all over the place? I get it. You know, you got your Boston and your Yankees. You got Ohio State, Michigan, Duke, UNC for my money.
Well, if you're down there, there's no doubt.
Yeah, that got me. That's what it was. That's why I'm biased.
Where's the game this time?
This one is in Durham. Okay. Cameron Indoor Stadium. So.
Oh, the Cameron crazy.
Cameron crazy.
Oh God, I can't stand it.
Hey, look, it's conference tournament time right now, right?
Listen, Temple's getting ready for the conference tournament, right?
Final weekend.
29-point win last night.
Nice. There we go. Getting some momentum.
They're going to make the tournament then.
Yes.
Conference tournament.
Oh, the conference tournament.
Conference tournament.
They were in danger of not making the conference tournament.
Very aware. Things have gone south for the Owls over the past few weeks, but I'm glad to see that they found a way to win a game last night.
Yep.
Nice
by
work.
29.
Nice work.
So, Sean, you're wearing a USA World Baseball Classic jersey. Now, it's number 3. Who's number 3 on the World Baseball Classic roster?
I believe it's Roman Anthony.
Yeah, no, it's not Bryce Harper.
What? You mean to tell me Bryce Harper is not number 3?
Sean has a Bryce Harper number 3 World Baseball Classic jersey, and it's not his number in the World Baseball Classic.
How is that possible?
Well, because China didn't get the memo when you bought the jersey.
He wears number 3.
You would have thought, but no one will notice. And if you didn't bring it up to me, I wouldn't have noticed that.
No. So true story. Obviously, we talked about this week. I got this jersey finally in the mail on Monday. I ordered it June 28th. And it's a WBC, obviously DH score. We will leave it at that. And $36. And I'll tell you what, it is solid. It is a solid score for $36. I wear it in. Obviously, USA's playing today. First thing Ray says to me, hey, man, Bryce Harper ain't number 3, bro. It's like, what?
Who told you, Ray?
Yeah, Ray.
Ray knew.
Yeah, of course Ray knew. I had no idea.
If you had a number 73 on the back, I wouldn't have noticed that it was wrong.
It was a tough thing for me in the moment. He was really excited about the jersey. I wanted to pay off the excitement of the jersey, but I also felt like I should let him know. I wanted to be the first to let him know, just so he didn't find out elsewhere.
No one else would have told him.
He goes,
no one else would have known.
Actually, Ray's exact words was, hey, man, that's a 1 of 1. I go, what do you mean? He goes, Bryce Harper's not 3. Hey, look, the quality is there. The Nike logo, American flag on the.
And what was the cost?
$36.
All day, dude. They could have put 97 on there, and I would have 97.5.
I'm tired, man. Everything is so expensive. I'm tired. I'm fired up. Gas is only going up. I am losing it. All right, and I know I'm not alone. So you can miss me. I will buy the knockoffs. I don't care. No, I'm not going cheap toilet paper. I'm not doing that.
No, but that's a professional look.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I love it. All right, coming up, the moment you've been waiting for.
Uh-oh.
The station announcement that beats any station announcement in the history of any radio station in the world.
Hell yeah.
Is coming up next. What is it? Will Ray Dunn be leaving for greener pastures elsewhere?
No!
Could be.
Could be.
All right.
We floated that one.
Find out. Yeah, well, you didn't want to go to Buffalo. That's right.
Yeah. I want to go south.
That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Closing in on free agency. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and we're just days away from NFL free agency opening up. Legal tampering period begins on Monday, which means plenty of things happening around the league right now, including the big storyline surrounding A.J. Brown. The report out there that a first and a third-round pick were offered by the Patriots for A.J. Brown. However, Roseman reported they said no to that. Of course, on top of that, we've got a number of insiders saying this is going to be figured out in the coming days. We'll keep you updated if we do get an answer on A.J. Brown. Here's Ian Rappaport telling you who he thinks A.J. Brown may be playing for next season.
So this certainly seems like it's going to be the Patriots or the Eagles for A.J. Brown, with an answer likely coming pretty soon.
We'll let you know if there's a trade there. And speaking of trades, today is the NHL trade deadline. Flyers traded Bobby Brink to Minnesota. Got David Juracek back in that deal. Flyers lost 3-0 last night. Got the Penguins tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. Sixers have the Hawks in Atlanta tomorrow. You know that game right here on the Fanatic. And the Union hosts San Jose Earthquakes. This update's brought to you by Mattress Firm. Having trouble sleeping? Visit Mattress Firm during the Upgrade Your Sleep sale. Their sleep experts will help you find the perfect bed. They make sleep easy. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic. Yeah. Can I offer a take on this one?
A little slow?
A little slow. A little loud on it.
But the hook isn't bad. You have to wait for it right here. New York City. This is Yacht Rock. And it's not good. But it's true. All right, so 1 o'clock hour brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restoration. Great teams stick together, so does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration championship results. Visit morgensternhair.com or call 610-831-HAIR. With bated breath, the Delaware Valley is waiting for the big station announcement. Many people, including Kevin Kincade of CrossingBroad.com, suggesting that our last station announcement was Radio Bore, which is the announcement of our knockout tournament, which, by the way, I defended on the air and said the knockout tournament's really cool and it's important to us. So what do you want us to do? Say, oh, well, we have this, it's kind of cool. No, you make a big announcement, But this announcement trumps anything, all right? Because coming up, the new format of the station, your favorite Yacht Rock hits, and your favorite sports talk right here on Yacht Rock 97.5 The Fanatic. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. Right now, so as a lot of people know, we've been, since I came back, and by the way, Ray, you've been along for the ride the entire time, and the idea when we came back was, I don't know what we're going to do. I would love to have a rotating co-host. Maybe that continues. Maybe we find somebody permanent. Because the original idea was for me to work with Mike. And then when Mike retired, I would take over. And then what happened. And then it's like, okay, well, now it's Middays with Marks. It was the same kind of setup. It's like, well, who do we want to put with you? So we had a lot of people come through. Amy was great. Harry, Jason, Sean was great. You would agree. It was fun having different voices in here every day.
A lot of fun.
Some days it was just me and you. Even this week, it was just me and you. Mm-hmm. But as we've been on the air almost 6 months, 5 months, something like that.
Time flies.
Yeah, it does. It's time to, and we can't force it, but it's time to make a permanent co-host on the show. So the new co-host, permanent co-host for Middays with Marks going forward, starting next week, 5 days a week. I guess I needed a longer drum roll. I needed to be shorter. Ray Dunn. The permanent co-host joins us on the phone lines right now. New co-host on Middays with Marks. Please identify yourself.
Philadelphia, live from the West Coast. This is David Hasselhoff. This is the Hoff. What's happening today?
David Hasselhoff, the new co-host on Middays with Marks. This is awesome. That's not David Hasselhoff. Who is this?
I've saved several people on the beach. I'm not so sure that I could save the 76ers, though, guys. This is the Hoff. Don't hassle me.
Ray, do I believe that David Hasselhoff is on the air? Of course not. That sounds like Sean Brace, the new co-host, formerly of the John and Sean Show, of The Gambler, and now back at 97.5 The Fanatic as co-host with Middays and Marks.
How about that?
Sean Brace, congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. And, man, it's cool. It's cool. We're having some fun, obviously, acting up like we normally do, 10 to 2, and that's the goal of this thing, is just to do good radio, have some fun, put some smiles on some faces, and obviously give you all the important information out there. But, look, man, we got a lot to do. Right? A lot has changed since we last ran together in a full-time basis. But I know, or knowing what I do know about what you bring day to day, and this guy over here, this shining star.
Ray, well, I do have to add this, because with the good news, there is some bad news. Ray, you've been laid off because we can't afford to have three people on the air.
Knew it was coming.
Ray Dunn, sorry.
Appreciate it.
Man.
You're out.
But this three-headed monster right here, I'll tell you, man, I'm excited because I know what we're going to put together. And that's all that matters. It's about good radio, good times, 10 to 2, right here on The Fanatic. It's great to be back, man. It really is. And first of all, real quick, I thank you. Loyalty is not something that is out there in this industry, but you are absolutely loyal, man, and I appreciate you. You have no idea, so thank you.
Yeah, but you know what? If you sucked, I wouldn't have been as loyal to you.
All right, well, I appreciate it. You suck.
Just keeping it real.
Yeah, no, you're right. So I appreciate that. 1, 2 is, you know what, man? I got to thank the wife, right? I have to. I would not be able to do what I'm doing without her. And
Which
you know,
just
her
makes no
support.
money. And
Yeah. Hey, man, she's number one. Literally number one this quarter. She's killing it right now. So
Yeah.
shout out to my love. And last but not least, if you wouldn't mind, you brought up the Gambler. And, of course, those guys and girls lifted me up over years. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So, and I hope to get them more involved. As you've heard, Luke and Sean, Roy just checked in. But the list goes on and on. We got so many good people over there, or we're over there. So really excited about what we have coming up here and getting some new blood involved as well. But thank you to everybody, and let's kick some ass.
All right, rate the station announcement on the text board. 610-632-0975 phone line. Are people has this a better station announcement than the knockout tournament?
Oh, that's a slippery slope.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Maybe not.
Probably not.
Of course it is.
Well, for some.
Yeah.
More
not for
brace
others.
is not a good thing for a lot of people on the YouTube chat and the text line, but that's
Really?
We love them. We love them.
I mean, I would take the brace return over the. I love knockout night, but the brace return has to be the best station announcement.
Hey,
of the
man.
week.
Right.
It is pretty cool returning.
And let me also say this. Jason, who I love working with, Harry, who I love working with, Amy's on the morning show a lot right now. Like, I still hope those guys can be a bigger part of the station than when I first started.
Yep.
Like, Jason's very busy. He's got his cancer fight that's going on, and he's also like fully immersed with the Flyers. There's a way to have everybody involved that was being involved before. I know, like, Ray and Harry are best Temple buds and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We still want to have them very involved. And, you know, like, I'm not the program director of the station. I don't make calls on everything, but I just want it to be known out there.
Yeah.
I love those guys, and I still want them very much involved in the station.
Yeah, I just have to say that, you know, Jason, it really hurts to see the stuff he's going through, and I'm glad that he's honest about it because, like, we need to all be there for him at this point in time. And with that fight, that terrible fight, damn you, cancer. So, you know, all love and respect, and any way we can get Jason's, you know, thoughts on anything that's happening in the sports world. Of course, if you can mix it in. And Harry, come on, man. Like, Harry's a legend.
Yeah, Harry's down in
What is
Florida.
going
a lot.
on back
he
there?
bought a house in Florida. He's down there for the next couple of weeks again.
He bought a house in Florida.
Correct. Fort Myers area.
God bless him.
Yeah, and that's kind of when it was like I bought a house in Florida. It's like, all right, I think Harry's very much part-time.
Yeah.
As opposed to
So what happens to the 1912 club, Harry? Are you going to be
He's not centered down there. He went down for they bought the house. He was down there for a while. He went back down for I think till the end of March.
Getting
He's a snowbird.
the house ready.
He's a snowbird. Harry's officially turned into a snowbird.
Good. He's smart.
Dude, I wish
Yeah.
Well, he's 60, isn't he?
Tighten it up.
I don't know.
Well, we talked about it on the air. I'm not like outing his.
Harry's 6'0"?
He's got to be.
God bless.
Jesus Christ, Sean, I'm almost 50.
I know, but I'm 44.
Yeah, no, Harry has a young spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Is he still not drinking, Ray, or is that?
I don't know. I haven't gotten into that. He didn't text me last night about the Temple game.
Gotcha.
He's only texted me after certain Temple
only
games.
after
If you're picking up
losses.
my drift on that one.
That's Harry. That's Harry right there. No, look, any way we can get those guys involved. Look, and that's the cool thing
What is
about
going on back there?
about working together again is that, you know, we've done a bunch of different things since then, and we've got a lot of good
It's only made us
resources. Yeah, man. You know, when I used to have a live read, now I got a Blue Chew live read coming up on Monday that I'm going to have to get through. But I remember having live reads and being like, don't screw up, you know. Like,
Now you're going to have to keep your pants on, hopefully, during the Blue Chew live read. Just saying, that's the kind of.
Blue Chew Gold, my friend, gold.
Does that mean more potency or?
You know, a little of everything. It's good for the brain and the body.
Now we see why he's getting all that support.
Yeah.
I was already asking for free product. I don't know if I'm going to get free product.
It's good to be back.
All right. So anyway, congratulations.
Thank
Sean
you.
Sean is back. I'm getting a bunch of congratulatory text messages, and I'm sure all the people online are going to be very complimentary of you and me and everything else.
Hey, look, man, tune in, give it a shot. Right?
Honestly, I don't know how. If you're looking for and this is all our shows. I'm not just talking about our show, but our show in particular. If you're looking for something different that was on sports radio, and this is how we got our start, was we were the first show that we were the young guys. Mike was in the market for a long time. Jody was around.
Do me a favor.
All the shows on WIP, like you had the old guard, and then you get these two idiots that are coming in and start with a Saturday morning show. Absolute dummy. Right. Yeah. And then and then it worked.
Yes.
It definitely worked. And now we're back as fathers.
Wow. Yeah.
Think about that. Now we're old.
Yeah, never.
Now the roles are reversed.
I did not have that picture in my brain when we were doing Wake and Bake way back in the day. That's for sure.
When you were puking in a trash can on the Saturday morning.
I showed up, though.
Dude,
I didn't make it the full show, though.
You never missed the show.
No, I didn't miss the show, but I went home early.
I told you to go home.
Yeah, I was done. And I remember telling the Hagen I had like food poisoning. Do you think he bought that?
No. Ray tried the food poisoning. He wasn't drunk, but Ray was like, oh, I probably had food poisoning. I'm like, dude, you had diarrhea. Like, shut up. Food poisoning is legit.
I had the stomach flu, man.
I was downtown. That was a late night.
But you didn't have food poisoning, in my point.
Well, yeah. Once I was sick for a week, I realized maybe it wasn't food poisoning.
No, that'll stay with you for a week.
See, those days, at least, I used to think I could do that, and I was able to do that. Now, dude.
No, you're not.
No.
You still go out more than any 45-year-old that I've ever
I
met.
do. The wife is going out tonight. I can't go out. I'm going to Dave and Buster's.
Oh, so you're going with with your girl?
Yeah, going with Kendall to Dave and Buster's. That's all.
All right.
It's gonna be a low key weekend.
Well, congratulations to us, Sean Brace. It's not just congratulations to you. Congratulations to Philadelphia.
Let's go.
Write it up, Crossing Broad.
Middays with Marks.
Maybe on Monday we'll have the best and the worst comments from that. Or for our announcement, we don't need Crossing Broad. We can just use our own. They go to our Instagram. I'm sure people are going to be very nice.
Yeah.
Coming up, YouTube chat recaps next. Don't go anywhere.
Wake up with
Anthony Gargano that the Eagles were offered a third, a first for A.J. Brown. I mean, that's we maybe not have mentioned it for a while because we had the announcement and stuff. But
it's fun in that hour.
So real fast before we get to YouTube chat recap, does a deal get done by the time we sit here 10 a.m. on Monday? Ray?
No, I stand in the way, and it doesn't get done. A.J. Brown remains an Eagle.
How about at like 12:30? Nah, like 11:30 on Monday.
Yeah, I was going to say 11:15 feels like a good time.
Let's get a first hour of speculation, and then the deal actually happens.
Right.
So officially, the league is open for contracts on the 9th, correct?
They will start rolling in on Tuesday. Correct.
So today's the 6th. The 9th is on Monday. All right. Yeah, I could see it happening.
All I know is that there seems to be some insiders, like Rappaport had said that he thinks it's going to happen quick. Garofolo had said that he thinks it happens. He said he thinks it happens. It's a matter of what the price tag is and everything else. So
Look, there's a part of me that just wants the saga to be over, but the other part of me is like, man, get the best deal, Howie. Like, this doesn't need he doesn't need the rush.
Nope.
Get what you're asking for.
As long as the Patriots don't say, hey, this is our final offer. If you don't accept this, we're going to go in free agency. And that's another negotiation ploy. But you also can't lose it then. If you're like, it's pretty clear the Eagles are going to trade A.J. Brown. Do we agree? Or their desire is because he wants to leave.
I'm now at a
Seems like
95. I'm 95% he's gone.
Ray?
Every time you guys go up percentage, I'm going the opposite way.
Really?
Yeah.
So where are you
At this
officially?
point, I might just go buy a jersey this weekend.
There's no way.
I have one at home.
There's no way
Authentic.
A.J. Brown is running out on that field to open the season. No shot.
I mean, after all, and there's enough time to where they could repair it. But even if it doesn't get done now, I don't think Howie totally says, okay, we're not going to trade him.
No.
You could trade him later on. Sam Bradford got friggin' traded after an injury. So.
Yeah, look, we know. There's a whole calendar in front of us, but I could see this happening sooner than that.
I'm sure Ricky and Bill are going to talk a lot about this subject coming up. But let's get to our YouTube chat recap. What do we got?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Hit me.
What are the chances that Howie gets screwed out of a deal because he is asking for too much? Josh in Ben Salem.
Yeah, we just mentioned it. I don't think so. When you're a general manager, you have relationships, and I think there's always a point where you say, I'm going to go elsewhere unless, like, this is it. Like, you need to make a decision. And Howie's got to understand that if the Patriots aren't going to trade for A.J. Brown, they have to say, they need a wide receiver.
Yes.
So they need to go out and get a wide receiver. They can't go back and forth. It's a negotiation tactic. I don't think that. Now, could they lose out on the deal because Howie won't go below a certain price? Yeah, I guess. But it sure doesn't seem like the Patriots are sitting at a second rounder and they won't go over that.
You know who I'm really looking forward to seeing sign a new deal? And what he gets? Alec Pierce. I want to see who ponies up and overpays him.
Someone will.
Yeah.
Normally in free agency, you're overpaying somebody because you're, there's
he's 25. He's young.
He's got
but
speed, man. He's a big play guy.
Maybe I'll have egg on my face on this one. We'll see.
All right. What's next?
Ray is one straw hat short of being planted in a cornfield to chase away crows. JM from the YouTube chat.
Wow.
Well, it was a Flannel Friday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good representation, boys.
Oh, I took that from a different angle. But go. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Oh. Well, you never know with Ray. Normally, there's perverted comments about Ray. No, it's because of the flannel. He does look like a scarecrow.
Yeah, he does.
I'm a scared guy every time the YouTube chat recap begins with Ray. I just assume it's going to be terrible.
Doesn't it?
Good scarecrow.
It looks like Raggedy Andy.
Yeah,
right now.
A little bit of that.
I gotta Google it.
Put a little hayseed in his mouth, right? I like that.
I prefer the cigarette.
Oh, the cigarette. Yeah, that's easy.
Did you say our market manager Paul Blake had commented on you smoking?
Correct. Yeah. So it was one of our long breaks too. He's like, "You going out to take a smoke?"
Yeah, that's
come on.
That means he listens.
That's good.
We appreciate that.
All right, what's next?
Would you rather watch the Sixers play basketball or the Eagles give Blankenship $20 million guaranteed? MBD from the YouTube chat.
Jeez. Oh, man.
$20 million guaranteed over how many years?
Reed's
20?
getting paid.
Stop. There's no question in that one.
Is it Blankenship?
No, I'd rather watch the Sixers play basketball.
All right, so what's the Blankenship? What does he get? He gets a 3-year with like $14 million guaranteed, almost 2 years.
And he'll be back after 2 years.
Right, like Epps. What was Epps' contract? Do we remember?
I think it was a 3-year deal. That ended up being.
And then he was back a couple years later.
Yep.
He's not Omar Epps. What's his name?
Marcus.
Marcus.
Be the name you're looking for.
Omar Epps.
Contract.
The Sixers are playing the Hawks on Saturday. That's a good game. The Cavs on Monday. That's a good game. The Grizzlies, not so much. Pistons, come on, man. We got some good games coming up here for the Sixers.
Epps has got $10 million guaranteed.
Under that cap.
Blankenship's getting more money.
Yeah.
Than that, guaranteed.
12, 13, 14.
So is he the most likely to? So I would say Dean's still the most likely to leave.
Right.
Blankenship could be back if the market's soft on him. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be. What's next?
Ray telling Brace that's not Harper's number is like him telling a cougar his age. Both disappointed. If Bayless from the YouTube chat.
How about that?
So I was disappointed.
A little bit. Not crazy disappointed, but more surprised than anything because I just thought he was number 3.
So you said Roman Anthony's 3. Does Bryce get a different number because then he can market that differently and sell different jerseys and stuff like that?
There's some high school connection at 24 some way, somehow.
Yeah, there was something he wore it before, but
that's a Bryce Harper.
That's a Bryce move for sure.
Definitely.
1,000%.
I would imagine at some point there's like a Kobe reference we're going to get. Like that just kind of feels
a good
like
point.
where we're going down at this point.
You want to talk about marketing, though? Imagine if he did sign with the Giants instead of the Phillies, everything that he'd be able to get into out there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he would have a flag. He'd have a pride flag wrapped around his head. It'd be a bandana. Right?
It's so
Instead
good.
of the Fanatic cleats, he'd be wearing pride
Oh,
cleats.
man.
All right, what's next?
Major station announcement. We're announcing that the current co-host is going to be the co-host moving forward. MBD from the chat.
Nailed it. Well, listen, I'm sure a lot of people were thinking that it was that.
Yeah.
I tried to have some fun with it. Ricky Bo.
It was actually Hasselhoff. He called it.
Yep.
It was like he's right. The co-host right now.
You also put an Instagram post out that made it very clear that.
Well, special announcement.
I had the YouTube chat going there for a second that I was leaving.
Really?
Yes. After you said that, I was like, you know what? It's the long break. I'll just throw a couple messages in there, like just mess with their brains a little bit.
At some point, it could. Except you're not celebrating Ray leaving.
No.
If Ray because like right now, the next step for Ray as a broadcaster would be like, I don't know, like Matt Martucci's the voice of the St. Joe's Hawks, right? Like so you get. You're doing the Lady Owls right now, which is great, but then like you get another gig, and then you get another gig, and now you're doing more ESPN. Now you're doing ESPN TV. But one day I do believe Ray will leave for Buffalo.
No.
He will embrace it.
I was, for a half second, you had me going there with the whole, they're outside with your envelope. I was like, it is a Friday. First quarter's coming to an end.
And unlike the NHL that wants to put one of their biggest things and bury it on a Friday at 3 p.m., that is exactly what companies want to do. Coming up next, Ricky and Bill Unfiltered. See you.